Welcome to Lapeef, Let's Talk. I'm introduce the crew. We got Tawana. We got Josh. We got Anton. And we got Lando. And myself, I'm J.I. Welcome to Lapeef, Let's Talk. Got another great show for you guys tonight. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling today? Y'all good?
Feeling good. Feeling real good. Mm-hmm.
What about you, Josh? You good?
I'm feeling great. No complaints at all over here.
All right. Anton, you good?
You
right,
good on the
time. All right, Lando,
you
good? Man, we got All-Star Weekend this weekend. Y'all ready? Y'all looking forward to it? Nah.
I'm sure that's for the men.
Yeah. I'll be down there.
Okay.
Are you going down there?
I'll be down there making friends and creating enemies.
Well, that one for sure. You'll be creating.
What's up, Tawana? I like your hair.
Oh, thank you. You know, I try to give y'all the Kevin Samuels look, you know, because y'all talked about me. So.
We'll talk about it.
I stepped it up. Thank you, JR. Thank you.
I had to give applause for that. That Kevin Samuels look.
That image consultant look.
Right. All right, y'all. We're going to get this show started. 1 second. You guys hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Our first topic for tonight is going to be, were alpha males beta before becoming alpha? Were alpha males beta before becoming alpha? This is a very important topic because not all men were born alpha. Some men had to learn a lesson before they became alpha. Some men claim to be alpha but still have beta tendencies. Some men are beta but need to know that there is still hope. Before we get started, I want to kind of go around to see if I can get you guys perspectives, not perspectives, but you guys' definition of alpha and beta. Start with you, Josh.
All right. First of all, let me start by saying I don't think that alpha is something that you can just decide to become or necessarily make yourself. It's one of those things that I feel like it's in you, not on you. So, I mean, I feel like it's not one of those things you can just become. And what I see it as from a definition standpoint is just being at the top level in a multitude of ways, not just, having, prowess or expertise at one thing, but having enough of what's needed in society to put yourself at the top level and separate yourself from everybody else.
All right, Anton, I want to get your definition before we dive into this topic of alpha male and beta male.
You sure you want to go with me first?
Yeah, I want to go with you. I just want to hear your definition of the alpha and beta male.
Because I'm not one to pull punches, so I just think that beta men are weak. They're generally waiting for opportunities to be given to them. They don't have really good survival instincts. They look for validation from other people, especially women, in order for them to, be able to feel as though they can do something with everything that they have. They look for validation in everything that they do, versus an alpha male is not only a survivor, but they're usually the people that thrive. They're the people that beta males usually subject themselves to, whether they want to or not. And alpha men are leaders. Like, I think I don't want to go into it too deep. So ultimately what it comes down to is that alpha men are the men that you look to for leadership, and beta men are usually the men that subject themselves to everybody else's definition of whatever it is that they feel who they are at that specific moment. Just to sum it up.
All right. Tawana, I just want your definition, in your opinion, of a alpha male and beta male.
Oh, I don't have a definition or opinion. So I will go with what you guys are saying. That
alpha. I just want to know what comes to mind. when you think of alpha and beta male?
What comes to
In your
mind?
own words.
Alpha means first, so leader, right? So
Or
that
you can use descriptions like alpha, me, Gino from last week, beta. You know how it go.
beta is secondary, right?
This
It's
motherfucker.
like the person who looks up to the alpha probably wants to be an alpha, maybe wants to exhibit those characteristics, right? So
Mhm.
I guess I can have consensus with the definitions that's been said.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lando, I want to get your definition and your opinion. Alpha male, beta male. Describe them.
My opinion on that. I mean, it's kind of simple for me. I was raised by a single mother, and she was very transparent. You either gonna be weak or you gonna be strong. Growing up in Chatham, that's exactly like passionate about raising me and my younger brother. And in her words, you can't be soft over here. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be tough love. You're gonna get a lot of love, but it's gonna be tough. So for me, and I hate to put it like this, but I can only be honest. An alpha man for me is someone who's strong. Someone who know how to survive. You know what I'm saying? And the beta is just passive aggressive. You know, typically soft. You know, from my perspective. That's just how I view it, honestly. But we can blame our mother for that. We gonna blame our mother for that.
All right. So we're going to dive into this topic. Were alpha males beta before becoming alpha? Josh, I want you to go ahead and answer that question for me.
Like I mentioned before, I don't feel like it's something you can just opt to become, or something that just kind of happens at random. I feel like it's something that you have to kind of have in you already. Because the thing is that if you were, broke or whatever, or dusty or whatever, and then you all of a sudden get a bag, that's not going to make you alpha. Or if you were goofy and you all of a sudden took a self-defense class and lifted some weights, you're not going to become, an alpha at that point. So the thing is that it's part of who you are, in my opinion. It's not something you can just make yourself. It's something that you can become, but I don't necessarily think you can decide, tomorrow I'm going to be this and become it.
Okay. Anton, I'm coming to you next. Were alpha males beta before becoming alpha?
No, I just think it's a clear distinction. I agree with Josh to an extent, in that it's just instinct, like it's in you. But I think that at the same time, it takes certain things to get out of you. So a lot of times, like if you find a guy, right, and he was raised a specific type of way, the thing that I disagree with Josh is that a lot of the people that we consider goofy is actually some of the realest dudes. It's the dudes that don't necessarily subject themselves to the idea of what other people feel about them. So it's not what our perception in the Black community or our culture traditionally champions as alphas, right? It's an instinctual behavior by which you operate. Like it's confidence. It's the way in which you move. And that's why you see a lot of these dudes that was raised by their mom, not all of them, but a lot of dudes that was raised by their mom, they genuinely move a specific type of way that does not align with how real men move. And I think that the problem in society today is that technology has blended or made things so easy that it's hard to be able to identify and separate real dudes and alpha dudes from beta men, because there is no survival by which you have to truly and abide by in order to really show who's thriving and who's not. You know what I'm saying? You can be successful, or you can get a bag, or you can become successful in certain type of ways that don't force you to really go through the fire, but it's really trial by fire in a lot of ways. And you can see it when dudes show up or they're faced with certain circumstances, or even in their relationships, the way in which they operate and subject themselves, or how women subject themselves to them, will instinctually show you in a lot of instances, and we'll unpack it, right? But it'll instinctually show you in a lot of instances whether or not a guy is alpha or beta. And I think that a lot of women on these chats and that subscribe to our YouTube channel that really want to date me that don't want to say it out loud, but they mad because they don't really have access to me. What happens is you'll see it when it happens in person. Like when you show up in person, this same smoke that they may have for you online is different. They gonna wilt. They gonna subject themselves to everything that I have to offer, and women will naturally follow you when you're on your game. And so I don't think that it's necessarily easily identified as a goofy dude or something like that. I just think it's instinctually how you operate within your own mindset to be able to survive, thrive, and not subject yourself to the idea of what society or more or less women feel like you should do, because women don't even know what they want most of the time, bro.
Tawana, were alpha males beta before becoming alpha? Your opinion?
You know, I'm gonna answer this to the best of my ability, but let me just say this about this alpha versus beta debate. You guys, like, this thing reminds me of the feminist movement. I mean, I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. And the way it divided women, because okay, we picked the domesticated women versus the working woman. Y'all do the exact same thing to men. This is ridiculous. So let's just go back, okay? Because before the 1960s, humans were not even being referred to as alpha. That is like something that was restricted to primatology. So you guys are really using something that they used to describe primates to describe men. Okay, so let's go back to that. I just want people to know that. Okay, so yes, in these primate cultures, there's this social hierarchy and there's this dominance because you got to get to the top. So men in not men, but male primates, they use their strength and their power to earn this title, right? So I guess that's what men want to mirror. Y'all want to be like primates. Okay, so let's talk about this. That's what y'all want. Y'all want to listen to a Dutch primatologist that created this whole alpha male thing, right? So he pretty much, the first time that it was ever compared to humans was when this Dutch primatologist did it. And he didn't even mean it in the way that we interpret it. So then this white man, just like feminism, the white wealthy women created feminism. Guess what happened? These white men created this whatever y'all want to call this manism. I don't know what the hell y'all gonna call it, but it's definitely a movement. It's definitely a movement that y'all moving to. Okay. And so what they did was he used some stuff called like some pickup artists. And pickup artists are like these people that are like self-proclaimed to be like, oh, seduction, and they get, sexual success by being with women. And so we have like really become like addicted to social dominance.
I don't care.
We want social dominance, right? So yes, we share characteristics from primates, but we are also way more complex. And humans have way more social groups. So it's impossible for you guys to define one universal alpha. I'm sorry, you just can't. You can say this, oh, I'm this, that person, and blah, blah, blah. No. Okay. Secondly, we as humans, we don't even rely on aggressive dominance. So that's just not what we do. We're more cooperative. We're more social than that. So let's discuss how alpha, you guys don't even match like the behavior of other species that you're trying to emulate, I guess. I'm just saying that y'all are being like primates. Okay, so.
But we are primates. That's really what we are.
Fine. That's what y'all want to do. Y'all want to be like chimpanzees and gorillas. We can, let's go there. Okay.
What?
Non-human alpha males.
Really?
No. Non-human alpha males also have a corresponding alpha female. And she has the same level of dominance and control.
There's no such thing as an alpha female.
You all don't even have respect for dominance.
No, it's no such thing.
Okay. Primates, let's just, when you go back and you look at primates and you look at their culture and community, you'll see that there's always a dominating female that's with the primate. Okay. And Josh is shaking his head because he knows it's true. And so
he knows what is true.
that's what happens in this culture. You all don't even recreate this alpha mentality correctly. That's why I'm just debunking this whole idea that there's some alpha men out here. Yeah, okay. Like, you guys are trying to emulate a community, but you really don't know completely like what it takes to be alpha. We don't even approach things in that way. So I'm just going by what I see in society and what I know about this term. And I think that a lot of you men using
You
this
don't believe
ego.
that. You
You
don't
guys use
believe that,
it.
Tawana.
I know that there are great men, there are dominant men, there are amazing men out here. But do they refer to
That's an
themselves
alpha.
as alpha?
But it
Okay.
don't really matter it don't matter what term you give it though. The ultimate, like, we can label it L versus B, like whatever you want to label it. There are men that are weak and there are men that are strong, and
Alpha
weak men
okay. But
look
there's
for validation. You can
well,
label it what you want. It's the same.
okay, well, here. This is my segment. So let me just talk about my experience.
What?
There's only one alpha per community, right? So you got to destroy the alpha to become the alpha. So there's going to be more people who are not alpha, who you have to, you have to follow the leader, and you cannot all be in control. So beta, the way you describe beta, it's probably more beta men in the world than any other man, because at the end of the day, it can only be one leader.
All right.
That's all I'm saying. So
I'm gonna have to go to.
So now you want to move on?
No, I
Because
don't.
I ain't talking
I
about
thought you
what
was,
y'all about to talk about.
No. I thought you was coming to a
No,
conclusion.
this alpha thing is superficial.
Okay.
That's all I gotta say.
All right, Lando. Were alpha males beta?
Tawana ain't having it.
Were
I'll
alpha
be right
males
back,
beta
man.
before
I
becoming
gotta
alpha?
get a different something else.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna piggyback off Anton, man. He said he spoke on something that truly hit home for me. He stated, he said, I'm gonna try and repeat it at my best ability. I think he said something about a lot of guys being raised by single mothers. A lot of us do things. Basically, we be flawed in a lot of areas, but we think it's okay, and that hit home because as of recent, in the relationship I'm in, I have a tendency of how can I say this, being over alpha, meaning she can be telling me how she feel, but honestly, bro, I'm disregarding it because, oh, you being too soft, woman up, and that's not, nah, what I'm saying? I got to understand her position and where she's coming from, not saying I got to be henpecked and, oh, okay, well, whatever it is you like or want, I'm attentive to that. Sometimes I take, my being a man, just, I can be over the top with her sometimes, as far as just not truly taking the time to listen to why she's feeling the way that she's feeling. You know what I'm saying? And the whole beta thing, I think I'll focus so much on not being that soft guy, whether it's around her, whether it's with and I have to be careful because I got a daughter too. So it's like, man, I'm always this tough guy, around them. And not necessarily a tough guy, but I'm always, what I'm saying? The man that I feel I should be, which is a strong man around them. I feel like I'm a great representation of that, but it's certain things I have to understand with dealing with two women in my household. Like, it's okay to, pipe down your alpha a bit. It's okay to pipe it down and take in, what they saying, and how they feeling. So I definitely agree with Anton when he said that, man, like that was something. And I had this conversation with my mother, like, man, you raised, I feel like my mother did a great job with me and my younger brother, but I also feel like she raised us to be so tough because my father wasn't there. So I feel like she was trying to overcompensate with that, and she just made us she had us a little too strong, if that makes any sense. But for the most part, it was something I had to really sit back and be like, man, I'm really flawing
Right.
this area, you know, when it comes to, you know, my lady and my daughter. They see me as, you know, this dominant being, but at the same time, it's like, bro, you got to take it, you got to pipe it down sometimes and truly listen to, you know, why your lady feeling this way about, and it can be something small, you know, and I can be, oh man, you tripping, it ain't, you know, and a lot of us men think most of the time when a woman talking about something or expressing herself about something, she tripping, you know, so it was something I had to check myself on. And self-evaluation is the best evaluation, man, from my perspective, you know, but that was something I really had to check. Like, bro, you got to get it together. You know what I'm saying? You can't be, you know, tuning up every time, you know what I'm saying? This woman expressing herself about something. Listen, shut up and listen. What old girl told LeBron, shut up and dribble. You know what I'm saying? I got to shut up and listen, you know, and me sitting back
No, you don't.
listening
No, you don't, bro.
really helped. No,
You really
I
don't.
know where you coming from.
You really
I know
don't.
I hear
You know what's
but-
best for your family. Like it's okay.
No,
It's
you're
okay
right.
to consider. It's okay to consider the advice, but at the same time, listen, bro. At some point, you're gonna have to make the decision based off of what you know is best for your family, not based off of any consensus. Like it's okay to consider the advice or to acknowledge that people have some additional insight, but ultimately, you the king, bro. You got to make
hear
a
you.
decision based off of what's best for your household.
All right, Josh.
I like that, Todd.
We not listen, I brought the hoodie. I wanted to be conservative. I wanted to, you know, be clean and all white as an angel today, but I got the hoodie just in case because Tawana, I thought you was gonna play it nice today.
No, I'm
But I
not.
will bring out Hoodie Anton in a minute. Not without even thinking about it. I'm not having it. I'm not having
Tawana
it.
with it.
All right, Josh.
Even animals not supportive
Well,
of
as
bullying.
Tawana was explaining her point earlier, she said that you were shaking your head, that you was agreeing with her. Was that true?
I was just joking.
You know what? I mean, I understand where she was coming from because, I mean, that's the most practical application of alpha dominance that is out there. That is pretty much what it's based on. You know, there's a hierarchy. The thing is that as it relates to this whole alpha beta male thing with humans in modern society, I mean, who doesn't want to be at the top level? Who doesn't want to, you know, be in the position that, you know, the alpha male is in? But the thing is that we live in a society with so much, you know, I mean, we live in a first world society. So where do we really have to determine who the silverback in the group is?
Me. I'm the silverback. Like I'm not conforming to what society affords me. I go out and make my own way. I create the narrative. I determine how things are gonna go, and then everybody else adjusts around me. When I walk into a room, people shut up and wait for me to say something before they respond. It's a difference. It's everything about you. It's your aura. Like I don't care about the state of society. It don't matter to me who become president. It don't matter to me who the city council is. I'm gonna go out and get it. I'm gonna hustle. I'm gonna do whatever it takes. I'm gonna control the narrative, and then everybody else is gonna adjust around me, including all of the women and all of the dudes that want to be like me. And it's just like I said last show. Like with women, man, we not conforming no more. Like it's enough of that. It's enough of taking into consideration. It's time out for all of that. We're not doing none of that. I will put my hoodie on, Tawana. I'm waiting. I'm trying. I'm trying with everything within me to lead this hoodie out of the conversation. But I will put my hoodie on and transform into a whole other person.
Coming up in a couple months, you know, you can put your costumes on all you want, but I'm gonna always tell my perspective. Okay, alpha men have the support of both women and men. They don't devalue or degrade. Like you talk about all these characteristics, but some of the things you do is anti-alpha. Bullying.
Who?
Anton.
Think I'm a bully? I don't think I'm a bully.
That's anti-alpha.
See, that's because you don't understand.
Because animals don't support.
Because you're a woman by nature, you're more nurturing. So it's almost like disciplining a child.
I am.
Like you look at it as,
I know what a bully look like.
He's being the big bad bully to the children. In reality, I understand that child needs discipline in order to grow up to be a certain type of thing because he's gonna face certain things in reality. So it don't matter if they're a child or grown people, they still need discipline. and they need it from the right person. I just so happen to be the one that have to carry that torch. I don't want to be the one to pull out my belt, but I will.
Be careful who you get who y'all get y'all advice from. I guess that's what I'll be selective.
Listen,
that's all I'm gonna say.
You know what
I said what I said about the alpha beta debate. It's like the feminist movement. Y'all want to put
no, there ain't no movement.
That's exactly
we always been here. We always been controlling the narrative. And it don't matter how many of y'all get in positions.
Y'all got that from rich white men who cannot, like, that's where y'all got this idea and ideology.
No, I'm a rich black man.
Y'all criticize women for following feminists, and then you do the same exact thing with this manism movement. Come on,
no,
now.
We don't criticize. We just say that they're not going to be able
I'm gonna give it a name. It's the manism movement. Go ahead. More power to y'all. Anton, are you going to be the head of this movement, or are we going to have JR do it? So we can just kind of, start right now. Okay, I'm just saying. Go ahead.
What?
I'm just trying to put it into perspective as to what you guys are teaching men about human behavior.
Every dude that following my footsteps have become a better version of himself.
And chimp. That's what
every man that's following in my footsteps has become a better version of himself. They love me because they understand that the harsh words that I give them is for their benefit. I have to discipline my guys, and they understand that it's coming from a place of love. But at the same time, we grooming dudes not to move according to what women think, because y'all don't even know what's best for y'all. Y'all don't.
Well, some women don't get me wrong, but also men don't either.
Go ahead, JR. You do your thing.
I
thought this was gonna be a night.
If everybody had their shit together, then everybody would be an alpha man like you.
I promised my friends.
You wouldn't have no betas in here.
I promised all of the ladies that was saying I was disciplining too hard that I was gonna come back and be a nicer version of myself today. But that is obviously not in the cards because Tawana don't want to let me be great. No. So all right, we're gonna play this game.
Tawana don't let nobody be great, because alpha man, you just be great on your own. You don't need no woman to let you be great.
All right, so
you got it.
Yeah, right. You got it, baby, because I ain't gotta let you do nothing.
Alpha so we're gonna bring this topic. We're gonna bring this topic to a close. So you guys say that the question was, were alpha males beta before becoming alpha? So would you say that some are, Tawana?
I'm not answering that question. You move on. I don't have no answer for that question.
Why not?
It's the feminist movement. It's the new feminist movement. That's my answer.
Okay.
It's the new feminist movement.
Josh, bring this topic to a close. So are you saying that it is a possibility that some alpha males are beta?
I feel like maybe your alpha wasn't realized, but I don't think that somebody goes just from beta to alpha. I mean, like we've said before, I mean, it's about where you rank in the hierarchy. And a lot of that isn't something that you can just go and create for yourself. Some of it has to be with, what you have in you.
All right. And Orlando, last, you say that alpha males are beta before becoming alpha. Do you agree?
Man. I think I'm gonna pick y'all off. No. All right. Nah. Sorry, Tawana.
You gotta apologize to me.
No, I'm teasing. I'm just teasing.
Living y'all truth, All
right, welcome to Lapeef, Let's Talk. If you just joined us, we're gonna move on to our second topic, which is how can women better support a man on his purpose? How can a woman better support a man on his purpose?
Cooking more, being more quiet. You know how it is.
Really?
Y'all wanted violence. You chose violence. You chose violence. So we're going to go down the violent path.
Sometimes I have to be your victim. Sometimes I have to be your victim. And it's fine.
Whether you're dating a woman or you are married, a lot of women do not understand how to support a man on his purpose. Women, a driven man's goal is to grow. And with all your expectations, complaints, and nagging, you may possibly be causing more harm than help. I'm coming to you, Josh. How can a woman better support a man on his purpose?
I mean, I just think for the most part, understanding her role and understanding how to make his life easier. I mean, I think that's the primary reason a guy's gonna, invest the time and resources that it takes to be in a situation with a woman. So, I mean, I feel like first you have to know what your purpose and what your vision is. And then, once you know that, you'll find someone that understands, their role in that. And, that person will, make your life easier because, they understand, their role in your purpose and in your vision. And, it's kind of one of those things that, being cooperative, inspiring, feminine, these are cliches. These are things a lot of people have said, it takes, but, it's just about who actually puts those things together and makes it happen.
Tawana, how can a woman better support a man on his purpose?
Are we talking about women in relationships with
Yeah,
men?
yeah, it can be somebody that's married. It can be somebody that you're dating.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of things that women can do. A lot of times when you're dating a man who has a purpose, has direction, he is a high earner, or even if he's not a high earner, he's just a hardworking man, right? He has a regular 9 to 5, but he may work a couple extra hours just to get ahead. You have to learn how to give him space. Like, you have to learn that he's not going to be able to be up under you 24/7. And some women do not understand it. Like, they're not confident enough to detach.
Or you chose to be nice again. Okay, I got you.
Well, when I have a real response, I'll give you some real woman advice. When it's some bull like the last, I'm gonna give you that. Hey, that's what happens, right? So, you need to give him space. Give him time. He needs to work on his projects. You want this man to be successful. That's what he needs to do. You have to have healthy communication with men. So be direct with men. Don't, women like to give cues and signs and signals, and men don't pick up on that, right? Like, so you got to be direct with them, but you also can't be harsh. You have to be respectful. You have to respect your man. You can't belittle your man. You got to be careful how critical you are of him. And this is just for women who want to support their man. If you don't want to support your man and you want to continue to criticize him and disrespect him, that's on you. But I'm talking to the women who really do want to respect their man, who want to support their man, and who want their man to be the best version of themselves. This is what you need to do. You have to praise him. Acknowledge him, give him some praise. I don't care what you talk. Hey, baby, you look good today. I don't care what you praise him for, but it better be something, because this is what they need to support, especially if a man is working hard, if he's paying all the bills, or if he's paying 90% of the bills and you only got to do the groceries and the laundry. This man needs that support. He needs that constant reinforcement. And a lot of times what men miss is that when they have a man who is like career driven, when you have a man that's career driven, you yourself as a woman, you have to be self-sufficient. And the reason why I say that is because your man is not going to be around you 24/7. So you have to be able to troubleshoot and make some of those logical decisions that your man would make, right? He needs to trust his partner that when I'm gone, these are the things that's going to take place and this is what's going to happen. So I think that that and unconditional support. And I do feel like, with men who are, who need support and who doing this, doing that, sometimes women, we have to make sure we have fun with them, make sure we take the lead, make sure we plan, things for that they would enjoy, right? Like, I know my man like sports, right? So sometimes I will plan something for him because I know that he's going to work 10 hours, 12 hours a day. So I think that sometimes that's, some of the things that we could do to support. Some of the things that we could do to support. Yeah.
Hey, Tawana, this sounds good, but I don't think women doing that.
Well, this is why I'm telling women what they need to do.
Are you doing it?
I'm in a relationship.
Yeah, you're in a
that's what
relationship.
I have to do.
Are you doing it?
Yeah. That's
okay.
That's what I do. These are things that I do myself that makes my relationship better and healthier. That also my man, it has made very clear that that's the type of woman he wants. So it depends on the type of man you're with as well. Some men don't need all of that. Pick and choose what your man needs. I'm not saying that every man is like my man and need all these things. I'm just telling you what I do. Now you do what you do. If you don't
I feel like if I didn't take this hoodie off, your answer would have been different. If I'd have left my angel shirt on, you would have chose violence.
You know what you like to do to me.
I feel like you would have chose violence if I hadn't.
You like to put me in a box.
I'm not gonna keep changing outfits. Now, you want violence or you want love? Which one is it?
First of all, you know damn well that I don't believe in that alpha beta stuff. You already know.
You just described an alpha. That's exactly what you described. Only thing I disagree that was bad about what you said is, and maybe I'm taking out of the context, so you can correct me if I'm wrong.
Right.
Was like that affirmation, like don't just like tell me something to make me feel good. I need the truth. Like, don't be lying to him. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell him that he on his game if he ain't on his game. Like we're not affirming weakness. Like, that's not what we're looking for.
Well, I didn't say lie to him, but I didn't say that,
Listen. Tawana.
Acknowledge the things that he is doing. Yeah.
Tawana, if he's in the room and he's listening to you, blink twice.
First of all, if I was lying, he probably would come over here and be like, "What the hell are you talking about?"
So he's not in the room right now because you didn't blink twice.
No, honey, because my man gives me my space to do my show. Like, he respects that. Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah. Yep. He don't need to be like right up under me. He knows that I'm gonna represent myself well. He knows I'm a strong woman, and despite what the beat downs that I get on this show, like,
you're not gonna manipulate me.
All right, Lando, I'm coming to you. How can a woman better support a man on his purpose?
I'm gonna go ahead and be honest, man. For me, it's simple, man. More coochie and hugs, man. That's all I need, man. For the most part, that's simple. That direct, that forward.
I'm your wife. That's all you need.
No. Hit me out, Tawana. Ooh, you be coming with it, boy. I see that. I'm gonna have to take this North Face hoodie off and put on the G Unit hoodie for her. I see. God, dog.
That's easy. You gotta have emotions to do that. I mean, that's easy.
With me, Tawana, can I? Thank you.
That's the thing, bro. Listen. Let me tell you how. I shouldn't be telling you this while she's watching. Let me tell you how to handle Tawana. You can't ask her, bro. You just gonna have to do what you're gonna do, and then she's going to move accordingly. So
I hear you,
bro. So okay. Don't send people off, Anton. I'm just telling you right now. You gotta be careful.
All right, Anton.
But to answer your,
go ahead. Oh, you go ahead.
No, I was gonna simply just say, J.I. For me, bro, honestly, like I'm more so a man of I'm action driven. My lady kind of know, like, if I'm in deep thought, things like that, she gonna fall back. She'll hit me with a simple, "Hey, you good? You need help with anything? Is there something I can do for you?" No, we cool. You know what I'm saying? It's that time. And when I tell her, it's that time, she already know, homie needs some time to itself. You know what I'm saying? I go work on my bike, you know what I'm saying? Do things like that. Little time that I need for myself. She got a very great understanding of me. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't trying to make it seem like it's perfect or nothing like that, but homegirl really do know. She really do know me. You know what I'm saying? That when I need that space, she gives it to me. It's not, she don't constantly, "What's wrong? Talk to me." What is this something I'm not doing? Is this something you need more? She know. And that's something that's the one thing I love most about her. She truly do understand when it's time for me to have my peace. And she grant it to me. She give it to me, right. And she don't make a big deal about it. Homegirl, all right, I'm gonna let buddy go ahead and do his thing. I ain't finna keep humbugging. And vice versa. I do the same for her.
That's right.
And then if I go, take some time to myself and I figure out what it is I need to talk about, then I piggyback and I come to her, if I have to. But for the most part, she let me have it. She let me figure it out.
Hey, can I ask you a question, fam?
I agree.
Talk to me.
Are you married?
No, sir. No, sir.
Why haven't you decided to get married?
That's something that I've been doing a lot of thinking about, and that's something I'm working towards. That's something I'm working towards.
I don't understand, bro. Like, what do you mean?
Right.
Ring shopping, basically.
Listen, bro. I mean,
you know
listen. If you're gonna be on this show, you're gonna have to understand that I am gonna dig. If you uncomfortable, you're gonna have to say that. But I'm gonna just be real.
Oh no,
bro.
I'm good.
Just wondering in the context of the conversation, because it's like, for me, it's very clear. Like, either you single or you married. Like, ain't no in between. Once you pass a certain age, once you pass high school and you pass college, like either like it's no repercussions from walking away completely. So I don't really understand. And again, I'm operating from a mindset that women will 100% submit, because I agree with you to an extent, but I don't entirely agree with you, because for me, for example, I don't even have to say nothing. Like, my chick make adjustments around me. She understand that I'm doing what I'm doing, and that everything that I'm doing is in the best interest of her and my daughter. So I don't really understand how we have this perspective, but then we won't fully empower her to be the version that she need to be in order for these things to work.
Well, Antoine, to answer to that, every man and every woman is different. You know what I'm saying? And we all move different. You know what I'm saying? We really do. Just because, how can I say this? You really don't know me. You know what I'm saying? So and how you may
that only happened with light skinned dudes. You're not gonna do this emotional junk, bro. Like, we not
No.
I knew you was gonna do it. Either you was gonna say how you feel, or you was gonna do the you don't know me. I guess that don't happen with just light skinned dudes, bro. Oh my God. Here we go, bro.
Antoine, you better be careful who you tell how to handle me, okay? You better be careful.
No. I can't believe we doing this emotional
All right, go ahead,
thing,
Lando.
bro.
Hold on. Go ahead, Lando.
I'm just trying to get what I want to say out. That's all.
Go ahead.
Anton, I wasn't getting emotional or nothing. It's just I'm just trying to get you to get a better understanding of me and my situation. You know what I'm saying?
That's why
it's not something that I'm answering it, brother. You know what I'm saying? It's not that
I'm listening.
It's not that I don't want to fully commit, and that's basically, getting married, basically. You know what I'm saying? That's something that I'm working on. You know what I'm saying? So when the time is right, that's when it'll happen. It's not something that I'm stringing along or anything like that. No, I'm working accordingly, and I'm gonna do what's best. Like you told me earlier, you gave me some good advice earlier. You said you have to do what's best for you and your family.
What's the formula?
How long have you been? I'm sorry. Can you share with us how long you've been trying to do your best to get to the path?
We've been together going on 3 years.
What?
Going on 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah. But in the answer,
all right, bro. I know you're new to the show, so I'm gonna let you breathe. I'm gonna let you do your thing, bro. I know you don't want to get digged into.
Talk to me.
I'm choosing to be nicer, bro. But I just honestly, I'm gonna just be real with you, bro. Like, man to man, I just don't understand it. Like, do you feel like this is the person that you're gonna wind up marrying? Honestly,
I know for a fact. I know that for a fact. You know what I'm saying?
So what you wasting time for?
I'm not wasting time.
Like, okay, all right. Go ahead, JR.
So what's wasting time to you? And what's the time limit that you would put on it?
Immediately when I know what I know, that's how I move. When I decided that, okay, this is the chick that's gonna be my wife, I moved that way, and I set a standard based off of how I want her to follow me, because I feel like women are naturally submissive when men are on a purpose. I don't have to figure it out. I don't need to move around her. I don't need to make sure that whatever is happening is happening. I do what I'm gonna do to be the best version of me. And as a result, that spills over into the people that I surround myself with, not just my wife, my kid, but everybody else. But I do things accordingly. And the only way that she gonna, in my opinion, The only way that women 120% subject themselves to you if you align according to what you think these principles are, and your actions are reflective of that. But if you keep making promises or say I'm gonna get there or whatever, I don't live in hypotheticals. I don't live based off of what could happen or what I'm gonna do. Either I did it or I ain't. Either I am or I'm not. I'm very black and white. I don't live in a fence. I don't have a gray area. It is what it is. Either you alpha or you beta. There's no middle road. So my point then becomes back to exactly what it is that you asked me. It's like either you there or you're not. And I don't really understand how, I'm real hard on guys a lot of times, because I feel like if you living in your purpose and you really get there, then people, everything else falls into place. And I just don't understand how we live in this world where we're always on the fence or we're always trying to figure it out. And we're never definitive in our decisions. It's a reflection of everything else that happens in our life. It just don't make sense to me.
Yep.
All right, Lando, you want to say something in response?
No, sir. I like Anton, boy. He come with it. I like Anton.
All right, you guys, if you are just tuning in, welcome to Lapeef, Let's Talk. We're going to move on to our third topic, which is, what does toxic behavior from a woman in a relationship look like? What does toxic behavior from a woman in a relationship look like? I really like this topic because I feel like a lot of women do not understand themselves. They don't understand what they're doing when they're in these marriages and relationships. I don't think they understand how they operate. So I kind of want to have this discussion today. I want to get you guys' opinion. I'm going to start with you, Josh. What does some toxic behaviors from a woman in a relationship look like?
First and foremost, I would say being, manipulative. Being a user, being someone that's taking advantage.
Hold on real quick. Tawana, you okay? I see you sat back. It's a great topic, right?
I can't wait till my turn. Go ahead. Yeah, this is an amazing topic.
Okay. All right. I apologize, Josh. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, basically, you using someone, taking advantage of somebody, being selfish, in a systematic, consistent way. I understand that people, are flawed and they don't always do things, the way it should, but I feel like it's toxic if it's, a systematic and consistent, thing where, you're just denying somebody, the basic things that, you need to thrive in any, relationship.
Okay.
Hold on, bro. Is that it? That's all the toxic behavior that you was able to identify?
What was that?
That's it.
No, I mean, it's a litany of things, we can sit here. We can sit here and go into it for as long, as the day is.
We got time.
But I mean, it's really just things that boil down to you taking advantage of somebody, to you being abusive to somebody, to you using somebody, to you being unfair, to you taking from someone and not giving anything in return. It's a bunch of things. It's probably hundreds, probably thousands, more than that. But it's a laundry list of things that make you up for a person being, toxic. But I feel like when it's there, yeah. I mean, women, men, anything. I mean, if
we're talking about a woman, like this topic is specifically.
Yeah, we dealing on.
Yeah, we want to hear about the woman.
We dealing with these toxic women.
I was saying that, like I said, if somebody was, taking advantage of me, if somebody was being manipulative of me, if somebody was projecting their insecurities on me, I would feel like all of those were toxic traits. If I was somebody that, every 5 minutes, a woman was asking me, hey, who is that? What are you doing? Where are you going? Who are you talking to? I may feel like that was toxic. If, you know, I was in a situation where I was trying to do things with my life and she wasn't supportive, I may feel that that was toxic. If, you know, I felt like this person was always trying to play on my emotions in a BS way, you know, trying to guilt me, trying to insult me, you know, and do all of these different things, you know, I could feel like that was toxic. So, I mean, it's really just, you know, understanding, you know, what, in my opinion, I look at it like people need a certain, you know, amount of something from anybody to thrive and to be able to continue a relationship with that person. So, you know, I feel like to intentionally deny a person those things is toxic, in my opinion.
Are you do you consider yourself like a supporter of like a feminist movement or something, bro?
It's not, I mean, no. See, the thing is, I'm not
I'm just
even
wondering.
talking. No, it's not even, no, not at all. Not at
He's speaking
all.
in a lot of generals that can apply to guys and girls, and like this is not an equal opportunity subject. This is dealing with specifically women that got cups right here. They got bust downs at the bottom, and you use them
But
accordingly.
see, okay, I get it with that. The thing is, you know, with me, I'm not going to sit there and wait for a whole lot of things that I don't like to happen in a relationship or with a woman, you know, to decide, oh, I need to get out of this situation. So I don't need to see 1,000 different things to understand that the relationship is toxic and I need to bail on it. It's like, I feel like I need certain things in order to, you know, want to deal with somebody in a long-term way. If they don't possess those things, I'm out of that situation. So it's not like I need, you know, a laundry list. You can be toxic in 2 or 3 ways and I may be like, peace.
So translation, you support the feminists.
No, what are you talking about?
That's what I got out of it, bro.
No, I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything.
Stuff, and then it was all like feminist.
No, it's not about feminist. It's definitely not feminist. It's just like, it's just me saying
you should run
that,
for office, bro. You should run for office because you know how you got that matrix dodge on this question. I don't know if like your girl is watching this or like you don't want your mom to look at you in a specific type of way, but you just dodged that question.
Man, I was sitting there like, man, is he talking about a woman?
In my life, bro. And
I'm sorry, Josh.
The worst part about it, you know what the worst part about it? He was smiling to us while he was saying it, like we were supposed to believe that he really believed what he was saying to us. Like, I'm not going for that, bro.
Come on, man.
Oh, Josh,
you deserve a hat right now.
All right, Tawana, go ahead.
You deserve a hat, bro.
You know, Tawana, go ahead.
I'm going to be on this show. I forgot to tell you. You know, let me get the billboard, okay? I'm so
Tawana,
you deserve a hat.
What does a toxic?
You deserve a cap.
I agree completely with what how he defined toxic behavior as far as like consistency. No.
Say that again, Tawana. Say it again.
I agree with the way that Josh defined it as far as consistency, intensity, and the damage that it caused. Because the reason why I'm saying that is because Josh was naming a whole bunch of different things, but it's a combination of those things that make it toxic. You can't just be like, oh, she's manipulative, so she a toxic woman, or she's self-centered, so she a toxic woman. It's a combination of these traits that make you toxic. It's the consistency and intensity of it and how it damages the person. That's what, and so when we talk about toxic behavior, I'm trying to put it in perspective because a lot of times we just be like, oh, she's self-centered. She's so toxic. Like, let's just look at the overall picture, right? Like, let's talk about everything that happens. If she's self-centered, and then also she's controlling, she want everything to be her way, and she want to always be in charge, you know, or she has a lot of drama that always follows her. She could be jealous, she could be judgmental, she could be a liar, you know, she could have, you know, she don't care about other people and how they feel, you know, all those things together, along with manipulation, along with the fact that someone who can't manage their anger, who's controlling, who's negative all the time. All those things are toxic in my opinion, but it's not everyone in some phase of their life have some of those traits. So I'm not going to say that, oh, because a person is negative one day, she a toxic person. No, it's a combination of you being negative every day. Every time I come around, this is what you doing. This is how you talking. That's realistic. And yeah, I'm not gonna bash women, so don't look for me to do that. I'm telling you the traits that I feel like I've seen or witnessed in some women that are very toxic. You know,
you are not a good friend, Tawana. You're not a good friend because you don't tell these women the truth. That's gonna actually, you don't telling them the truth. That's gonna actually give them what they need in order to change their behavior.
No, I'm not gonna devalue and degrade.
It ain't got nothing to do with devaluing. You a cheater. If you a whore, you a whore. We're not gonna change the meaning of words to make you feel good about yourself. We're gonna deal with it exactly what it is.
Those things are character, you know.
I'm using that as an example.
Right. I'm just saying
that it is what it is.
Right. I'm not saying that a woman who is not judgmental and she also is always negative is not toxic. I'm just telling you that you can't just label someone based on one or two traits that you see when that's what happens in human life. People have these different traits, but it's the combination of the consistency of it that makes it toxic. And that's my opinion.
I'm so broken right now.
All right, Anton. What does a toxic behavior from a woman in a relationship look like?
You can usually spot it in a lot of different forms. They usually talking with their hands, snatching your dreams out. That's one. A lot of times these type of women like to use period with a T at the end of their sentence, right? Go ahead, Tawana, unmute. We want to hear this.
Period.
Yeah, they use period to, I guess, with a T at the end of it. They validate bad behavior. They support each other when they're doing wrong things. They're not good friends to each other. And more or less, they're also the type of women that find themselves without a man, or they jump from man to man. Women that open their legs too much. See, I'm not gonna pull no punches. I'm not gonna play no games and act like women are toxic. Like it's not all women, obviously. It's some dope, phenomenal, beautiful women out there that really get it. But women that open their legs too much and then don't want to label themselves whores or hoes, they want you to appropriately label them as equal opportunity sex participants. They they believe that they can do whatever they want without any kind of accountability, or you have to look at them in the same light as people that don't participate or don't engage in the same type of behavior that they engage in, and somehow they have the same level of standards and same level of dignity as this awesome woman that's preserving herself and supportive and doing the right thing on a regular basis, embracing her femininity and not necessarily trying to compete. Oh yeah, did I say that? They like to compete with men. That's so unfortunate. These are some of the toxic characteristics and what I wanted Josh to start to identify, because Josh was just talking in generalities. It's a ton of women out here that's giving other women bad advice. They're raising their men and they're raising their daughters to live in their footsteps. And we not supporting it. We not going for it, because guess what? We got preferences and we got options too. So as a relationship is concerned, it's plenty of it. And you'll never catch me in any type of situation, whether it's a relationship as a friendship, whether it's a relationship as a marriage. I don't tolerate such behavior. You are going to be at the door with your bags immediately and not participating in all of this greatness that I got to offer that's going to go to somebody else. That's the reality of it.
Lando, what does toxic behavior from a woman in a relationship look like?
Man, the one thing I've dealt with in the past, man, that I truly dislike was the controlling. That controlling, being manipulative, man, I couldn't deal with it. I dated a female for a couple of months that was like that. And it started when we first started talking, but I didn't pay attention to it. And then it just kept, whenever I would go out, it would be, well, why you going out? Why you doing this? Why you doing that? I love my motorcycle. And JR, when the summertime hit, when it's time to get on that bike, that nice weather, our summers are shortened. So I'm trying to get as much riding as I can in. But from on her end, she thinking about, and I know that's what it was, the other women that's out there, where you just trying to get out there to ride a female on your bike. And I'm like, no, this is something I enjoy. You know, this is a hobby I enjoy for me. You know, it has nothing to do with you, but it kept happening, and I cut that short fast. I had to. That controlling. Oh my Jesus, man, that was driving me nuts, man. I couldn't do it. But
How do
that's the
y'all
one
deal with it?
thing though that stuck out. How do you deal with it?
Yeah, I've never
I
had a
didn't. I
chick
didn't.
ever try to control me.
Women only
Man,
control
I
women.
didn't deal with it. I really didn't deal with it too long at all. I got up out that jam. But it was just, I truly don't know how you would deal with it, Anton, to be honest with you. Especially if you explain it to somebody like this is what it
I
is. You
know
know what I'm
how
saying?
you just ignore and you keep doing what you're doing.
And that's exactly what
What
I
you
did.
explaining for?
And to be honest with you, that became even more of an issue though, because it's like, oh, you're not taking into consideration how I feel. You know what I'm saying? And that's when that manipulative, you know what I'm saying, thing kick in, because now you thinking like, dang, okay, well, you know, is she right? And then I'm like, nah, I can't fall into that. You know what I'm saying? This is something that I do for me. You know, it ain't like I'm riding all night and all day. And even if I was, if that's something I chose to do, then so be it. But homegirl was that was too much for me. I was like, nah, time to end this.
All right. So I think that we touched on a few things.
Hold on, JR. We got to come back to Josh and see if he's made an adjustment. We're not just going to act like that's the end of the conversation.
I mean, I gave a laundry list of qualities that would make a person toxic. So it's not like, you would hear me define it and be like, okay, I left something out. If I left something out, please let me know. I feel like I added like quite a few things.
You're the only one who actually talked about traits. Anton was just talking about behaviors that's like questionable decisions. But
no. So long story short, Josh, you haven't made any adjustments?
No, I mean, what adjustments are there to make? I mean, because the thing is this. How many like bad things do you need to see?
Hold on. Before you keep talking, let me just put on my face mask because I don't want to get infected. This, whatever you got, I don't want it.
I mean, I'm saying, how many things do you need to see before you like peace? I mean, if I feel like you being manipulative, I don't need to see if you gonna stab me if I'm asleep. I'm out. That's what I'm saying.
I want you to come out of that dark place that you in right now, bro. Come to the light. And we're going to help you be more direct. We're not running for office. It's not campaign season. You don't have to give us the right answers. You can be honest, bro. Listen. If mom and dad is watching this, blink twice. Blink twice, bro. Let me know. Because I don't want you to be in a bad space, bro.
No, I'm in a good space.
Oh man.
Is that John trying to run for Derek Jackson?
Are you serious, bro?
Yeah, man. You sound
come on, man. No, not at all. Not at all, man. Not at all. Not at all.
Women prey on people like you, Josh. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. They do, man. Because I've noticed certain things. Like you speak in generalities. You say I feel like. They like those type of guys because they feel like they can make them better betas. Like they want an ultimate beta. You know what I'm saying? That they can control and take advantage of. And I don't want you to be that guy, bro. I want you to be decisive, definitive, and to control the narrative. You don't move around these chicks. They move around you, bro.
Of course. But that doesn't mean I have to sit around and watch 50 different bad traits. If I see 2 bad traits I don't like, I'm good. That's all I'm saying.
I got you. I'm gonna work on you. I got you, bro. Do your thing. Go ahead, JR. We got a show to produce. I'm gonna keep this on for a minute.
Listen.
All right, if you guys are just tuning in, we move to our final topic, which is men do not want a strong, independent woman. It's a typo. Men do not want a strong, independent woman. Tawana, coming to you first. Do you agree with that? Men do not want a strong, independent woman? I know you're strong and you're independent, but is that what men are looking for?
I'm strong and I'm independent. Really? That's what you think?
I
I mean,
believe so.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I believe so.
I was married at a young age and dependent on men most of my life. So let's be clear. I'm interdependent. I've always been. And I don't like when people try to put me in a box just because I'm opinionated and I have a mind. Okay. So let's not confuse the two. Okay. I know better than to be independent in this world. My mother taught me that, and my dad also taught me that, because I did have my dad in my life, which a lot of people assume that Black women ain't raised by their daddy and don't have a man influence in their life and don't have direction and don't know how to be in a productive relationship. I think that men typically feel like independent women don't want men, don't want to be in relationships with men. And that's not true. Independent women, it's not that they don't want to be in relationships with men. It's that the longer they stay single or independent, where they living by themselves and have their own careers, it's harder for them to adjust and actually partner with men. So a lot of men feel like they're being competitive with them. I know Anton said that, so a lot of men feel like women are being competitive. They trying to earn higher wages. They trying to do everything. They trying to compete. And then that's kind of a turnoff for men. And then women who are independent kind of have their own ways of doing things. So they're kind of controlling it to a certain degree. So this is what I like to do. This is how I like to do it. This is my house. This is, it can come off as like, I'm going to do it the way I want to do it regardless. And I'm inconsiderate of how my man feels about it. And I really don't care how he feels about it. So that's kind of how, it's viewed by men, I guess. And then sometimes they see independent women like, oh, she's always got to be right, or she always thinks she's right, and then one thing about independent women, they want to be in relationships, but what happens is they end up giving their best to their careers. They end up giving their best to education, to whatever other thing that they want. And then even though they want a relationship, they really don't put any effort into getting into a relationship. That's what I noticed for a lot of independent women. They be like, well, I want to be with a man, but they will study all day. They will work until, whenever. They don't put any energy into it. So they don't know nothing about men. They don't actually study men. They don't really care how men feel. So I think that is why, and not all independent women want to be single, but a lot of them just don't know, when they've been single for so long, how to break out of that cycle of being single. So if that's what you want, I mean, if you're truly happy being independent and by yourself, by all means. But those women who really truly want to partner and be in a relationship with a man and really feel like, I want to change how I am going about life, and I actually want a family, and I actually want marriage, and I actually want these things, you're going to have to make some changes. And that's just the truth. And the longer you're independent, the harder it is. And that's just what it is. And I think that a lot of times what men see is that independent women are masculine, because I feel like they're in the workplace, they're leaders, they're doing all this crazy stuff, like they high earners, they making all this money, right? So that's very competitive, and you have to be like that in a corporate America. But then, do you know how to kind of like come home and have a balance and be like feminine and like, sexy for your man? Like, do you know how to turn it off? Do you know how to do both? And women are good at multitasking, but not all women are. So sometimes women, they don't really respect the masculine man, and they don't respect that man who who wants them to be a little bit more feminine. And so I think that's why independent women get a bad rap. But a lot of times when men say they don't like independent women, is because they're codependent and they need to be validated by needing a woman to be dependent on them. And that is not the right thing either. We both need to be interdependent. You need to need me just like I need you. And it can't be like, oh, I'm the only one that needs this person. Then that's dependent. And so men don't want a dependent woman. I'm pretty sure.
What? Tawana, you are speaking a
believe
different language today.
I don't believe that. I just don't believe that. I think that.
Hold on, Josh. Hold on. Josh holding his head. What's wrong, Josh? Men do not want a strong, independent woman.
First of all, let's start with this whole notion of independence. The average woman is not marrying out of her parents' house. So with that being said, there's a good chance that she may have been out of her parents' house for 10 years before she get married to somebody. What is she doing to survive up until that point? She's being an adult. If she graduates from college and goes and gets a job, she has to take care of herself. That doesn't make you anything more than an adult. But what ends up happening is in that situation, somebody messes around, graduates, buys a car, gets an apartment, and all of a sudden I'm independent woman. Like, you have a regular job. You have a regular job that you go to and you take care of yourself. That's not something that you should roll the red carpet out for. If any one of us
call them that, not necessarily.
No.
Women.
Josh, are you wait, Josh, did you just do a 180 on me? Are you waking up already?
No. It's not that. The thing is that we're always hearing this. We're always hearing this whole notion of, oh, I'm an independent woman and you have a regular job.
Hey, Josh, hold on. Josh, did you take a red pill?
No, look, but what I'm saying is this. Look, no. If JR, Anton, Orlando did any of that stuff, nobody would call them an independent man. They just be a responsible one. So at the end of the day, I mean, what premium is there for any adult, male or female, to be able to take care of themselves? That's something you should do at a certain age. So you can't be 33 talking about I'm an independent woman. You live on your own because you have a job that you go to every day.
Josh woke up today.
Why do men want to put women in these labels as, oh, she's an independent woman?
No, what it is there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with a man wanting a woman that's responsible. Like that's what you're looking for. You're looking for somebody. Think about it. If you're gonna marry somebody, you're gonna make that person the beneficiary of your insurance policy. Do you want to get somebody that's not responsible? You know, like so if somebody is,
it don't matter.
Hey,
no.
Josh. Before you continue, like, take one of them buttons down, be like, yeah, I'm in my bag right now. Hey, I want you to get comfortable, pull up another chair. Get her, Josh. I'm just gonna
there's a difference between like handling your business as an adult and being like counterproductive in a relationship with somebody.
Say it with your chest,
you know what I'm saying?
Do you not understand that when men say an independent woman, or when people say that, it's a negative connotation with it?
Because she acting like she don't need a man. The thing is, she might not need a man to pay her bills. She might not need a man to pay her basic bills.
But what you're describing is not what they are talking about. It's not how they're defining independent women.
But think about this, Tawana. Think about this, Tawana. Like at a certain age, wouldn't you expect a woman to be able to take care of herself? Who was taking care of her after she graduated from college?
Yeah.
Who was taking care of her?
To make me go get the rollies, bro.
A woman should be taking care of herself. And why do men get intimidated when
nobody's intimidated by the fact that you can take care of yourself? People are intimidated by the fact that a woman may be competitive within her relationship with her man. That's the problem.
That's what we were talking about.
Now, if we having a penis measuring contest, then you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have a problem with that. So my thing isn't on some, if I see somebody that has maybe a good career and they're invested in their career or anything like that, that doesn't require you to be a competitor in a relationship with somebody.
Josh chose violence.
You know what I'm saying? Like in those situations, you can be Michelle Obama and not be, a thorn in Barack's side. I'm pretty sure Barack, if she wasn't married to this man, she would have her own car, her own house, her own whatever. She be partner in a firm and all kinds of different things. But she can get with her man and see a bigger purpose. And look how it pays off.
What are you talking about? She only quit when he went to office. And
yeah, but she understood the man she was with.
That stuff already.
Look. She had to understand, you know, the man she was dealing with. She could have been on some.
That is the point that a woman needs to understand.
Exactly.
If you have that mentality of independence where you don't need a man, then how do you get past that?
You gotta understand. You gotta have the. You gotta understand the bigger picture. You gotta understand the vision. You gotta understand the purpose. You have to understand, you know, those things, because the thing is, you can be a woman that's on track to become a partner at a law firm, to be a doctor, any of these things, and still be interdependent with your man.
Right.
This is possible. Women do this all the time.
Well, this one is for you, Josh.
Isn't the
for you, bro?
Doesn't the YouTube lady have 5 children and she's married? I mean,
you're making me feel real good about myself right now, Josh.
I feel like what I understand what you're saying, but what you're missing is that when they talk about strong, independent women, they're not saying it in a positive light.
But nobody consider. Look. Nobody's gonna consider. Think about all the things women do to get considered independent, strong women. None of this stuff is stuff that men get patted on the back for doing.
Josh,
think about it. Think about this. Think about this. There's nothing that you do that a man would say she's a strong, independent woman that would get a man pat on the back for doing the same thing.
Yeah.
There's nothing. Like think about it. If a woman your age has if a man your age has a house and a BMW, nobody's gonna sweat this man for doing that. They're gonna say, oh, you know, okay, you know, he must have a good job. That's all they're gonna say. But if a woman does that exact same thing, everybody's like, oh, she's independent. Oh, she's this. Oh, she's that. And I'm just like, man, you have a job. Like, you're a teacher.
So why do you think that?
Like,
there's a reason why that happens.
Because people don't expect women to be able to take care of themselves. So when a woman can take care of herself a little bit, everybody's like, oh man, like fire was just invented.
Well,
but
after a certain time, women started to, thanks to the feminist movement, women start to get rights.
But that wasn't
Orlando,
a woman in your generation. That wasn't
a
woman in our generation. That wasn't a woman even in our mother's generation. We're talking about from our. Look, for the last couple, like if you know Michelle Obama's age or younger, you know, you had access to just about anything a man had access to. So you could be whatever you wanted to be. Now, if we talking about grandmothers and things like that, then yeah, we can talk about, you know, how there may have been some things holding women back. But you know, if you're a woman from age 60 or younger, you know, if you became whatever you became that. It's not like you had to choose between that and a life with a man. Like you could have did both, literally.
Yeah.
All right, Landon, I'm coming to you. Men do not want strong, independent women.
Man, I feel like that strong, independent woman thing is kind of blown out of proportion. And the reason why I say that is because I know a few brothers who, you know, in relationships, married, and they women bring more to the table, you know, than they do. And they've said this out of their own mouths, but they're happy with that. They're content with that. It's nothing like it's not one of those situations where a lot of them like, man, you know what, I don't want to be with somebody who I can't build with. You know what I'm saying? They're able to build with these. They were able to build with these women. You know what I'm saying? So me personally, I don't see nothing wrong. If you want to call her strong, independent because she's doing what she's supposed to, got a nice place, job, she's doing what an adult's supposed to do. That's the type of individual, type of woman from my perspective. I mean,
but do men want?
You know what I'm saying?
Do men want strong, independent women?
Man,
come on, Lando.
me personally, yeah. Me
bro.
personally,
I'm out of that third
personally,
place, bro.
I do.
Oh,
Me personally,
really?
I do, man. I do. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I
man.
definitely want to be a strong woman, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's just me. Every brother ain't like that. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean by strong woman? See, that's the thing. Everybody means something different because Josh means something different
That's
than what
true.
everybody else means. So, what exactly,
All right, Lando, go ahead and tell us what a strong, independent woman looks like to you.
For me,
Be
for me, a
honest.
strong, independent woman is honestly, bro, a woman that's just taking care of her business daily. You know what I'm saying? As an individual, as an adult woman, working, handling her bills, doing what she's supposed to do. I mean, it's that simple for me. It's nothing that deep. I think sometimes we've made it way, way deeper than what it should be, man. You know what I'm saying? You adult. You a grown woman taking care of your business. And you're not complaining about it. You handling it accordingly. You know what I'm saying? That's appealing to me. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of woman I would love to be with. I don't want no woman who, she not trying to make nothing happen out here. That's a turn off for me. That's not somebody I can build something with. If I'm with a woman, I'm with her because we can help each other. You know what I'm saying? And you got to be strong to help each other.
But why would you want help from a woman, bro? What could she possibly help you with?
It's
see, there go that bull.
man.
There
What
go
can
that
she
bull.
pop?
Right
What
What
can
can
she
she help? What
possibly
can
help
she
me
help you
with?
with? If you on
Have you
your
been with a
purpose,
strong,
if you on your
independent woman
purpose
before,
and you're doing
Lando?
your thing, and you living in a space to where the only thing you focused on is being the best version of you. What possibly could a woman do for a man in that space, in that state?
Say it again, bro.
If you living in your purpose and you the best version
Right.
of you, right? Because me personally, when I'm on my grind, I ain't thinking about sex. I ain't thinking about nothing but getting what I got to get and taking care of business, getting to the bag, growing spiritually, whatever becoming the best version of me is, that's what I'm focused on. And so if I'm really in my bag and I'm focused and I'm living and I'm doing my thing, what possibly could a woman do for me in that state? Like, what could she really do that's going to make me any different than I'm going to be already?
Man, Anton, man, bro, to be honest with you, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, bro. My woman listened to me, man. You know what I'm saying? And I love to communicate. I love to
So you need
communicate.
a
You know what I'm saying?
therapist. You don't need no woman for that.
No, bro. I don't need no therapist. Let me finish, bro. I don't need a therapist. You know what I'm saying? I communicate to her certain things I want to do. You know what I'm saying? How I want to go about certain things.
So,
And she
do you
listened
consider
to me.
her a
You know,
strong, independent woman?
I most definitely do. I most definitely consider her strong.
But she listens to you.
Most definitely. And I listen to her.
Bro,
Yeah, because everybody don't
you
see
do
strong.
realize that realistically, like, women slow you down. You do realize that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I know you
Anton,
don't
I'm
want to
good
say
over
that
here.
because listen, I
I
get
know
it.
No,
I
no,
that.
no,
get
no,
it.
no. I'm good over
Your
here.
chick,
No,
your
this is
chick
me,
probably
bro.
listening to this.
This is
You
me.
don't,
She's
you
not
gotta
listening.
sleep with her after the show is off. You don't want no
No.
friction,
That's
all of
not
that other
it.
type
No,
of stuff,
that's not
bro.
it. That's not it. I'm telling you what works for me. You know what I'm saying? What works for us. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
no,
I
no,
understand where you coming
no,
from.
no, no. It's
Thank
no
you,
us in
Lando.
this. Listen, this is not an us conversation. I don't see your woman on here
What?
with you. This is you by
No, right.
yourself.
You right. It's me and you. It's me and you.
Yeah. So my point is like it goes back to my original question. What could she possibly do for you if you really on your grind and in your bag?
Man, bro, she make living so much easier within my household. I come home, I wake up
How?
early in the morning.
How?
I'm gonna tell this. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna keep it simple. I wake up every day to go to work 4:30. This
Okay.
woman makes sure. She makes sure. Now for me, she makes sure I have something to eat. She makes sure my clothes and stuff is prepared. Now she don't have to do this stuff.
So Lando.
She
So
don't
let
have
me ask
to.
you a question. Let me ask you a question real quick, bro. Honestly, have
Talk
you
to me.
ever used DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber Eats,
Boy, you a
Postmates?
fool. You a
No,
fool.
I'm asking, bro,
Shut up,
because
man.
like, have you ever used any of these apps? I'm just
No,
wondering,
well,
bro.
I have.
So what we talking about?
Man, get out of here. You
You
ain't finna
want him
compare
to,
my
you
woman
want
to
him
no
to replace this
DoorDash
woman?
No, I'm
with
comparing
DoorDash.
the circumstance that you listed,
Right.
and I'm saying that that's nothing that's like mind blowing. Like I don't need, you know what I'm saying? Like what we talking about? And you're
listen to
not
him,
gonna
bro.
be
You
being
messed
emotional
up.
talking about I'm comparing you. Come on, bro. We just having a real like don't do the emotional thing, man. Like I know Drake got a song coming out tomorrow, bro, and from the Certified Lover Boy album. I don't want you to be this way. Like let's
You
just
don't
like
want me
real
to be
talk,
me?
bro. So you
Talk
are
to me.
emotional. Is that what you're saying?
I'm in tune with my woman emotions, bro. I'm really
Oh
in tune with her.
God. Jesus.
I'm really in tune with her. You can say, hey, you can call
Oh
it what you
man.
want. You can call it what you
Oh
want.
God.
I'm in tune, and I'm gonna continue to be like
You
that.
know what though? The men who
You
answer,
know
I'm
the
gonna
hey,
continue
you
to
know
be
this
like that.
hey Lando, you know this
answer
guy
they're
named
gonna be
you know this guy named Gino Black?
Nah, I don't.
No.
I don't.
All right, don't worry about it, bro.
men that listen to you answer aren't gonna be single. I'm telling you.
No, men that listen to me get
No,
rich.
no,
They
they
get rich
won't be
and they
single.
have the
And they
options
don't
to
have
do
no
what they
woman.
want. They don't subject themselves to the narrative of anything that any woman is doing or saying. They
You
don't
probably
adjust
don't even
according
do
to
that.
society. They create the rules. They're the ones that shape what's going on. Men built this earth. They built this world. We built this country. When do we start subjecting ourselves to how we feel and what everybody else around us is doing? We the ones that determine the course of
Y'all did
nature.
it from the
What is
beginning.
this, bro? Like, I don't understand what's happening right
Y'all
now.
study monkeys and get y'all behavior patterns from them. What you mean? That's how y'all been doing.
No, we the reason
That's what
that
y'all
y'all
do.
able to be comfortable. We the reason why y'all have the technology that y'all have. We the reason why y'all able to eat the way that y'all have been able to eat. We're the ones that take the tribe on our shoulders and on our back and ensure that the next generation are the ones that benefit from our sacrifice. So if that be the case, when did we start basing how we feel and how we move off of how other people feel?
Women compliment men and men compliment women. You know, it's a compliment thing. That's why we're in this world.
But I don't need no compliments. I just need you to
But
live.
you have a
I
wife.
don't need no compliments. Like I'm gonna be great
You have a
regardless. I don't
wife.
need your compliments in order to do what I'm gonna do.
You
I'm
have
gonna
a
go
wife.
get it regardless.
You have a wife.
You are the beneficiary of my greatness. That's what it comes down to. Real men understand that. And so we don't need compliments. We need people to align themselves according to how they're supposed to be slotted so you can do your job when I need you to do whatever it is that I need
Well,
you to
then
do.
you
But
can
I'm gonna
hire,
still do what I do
but
regardless.
you
It don't
can hire
matter
you
if
a
you live or
maid
not.
and just do Grubhub then. Why do you need a woman? You might as well get a maid. I mean, she will be just as good.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this.
And you know, and all you can do, you can smash you can smash whoever you want whenever
I'm
you
a listen.
want.
If it be the end of me, because we not gonna move into 2022 in the same state that we are in 2020 and 2021, bro. Like if it be the end of me, I am gonna carry every man on my back to living in their purpose and to realize how great they are. You are Lando. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like you might like I mess with you. I mess with all dudes that's really doing what they do, but you are really doing yourself a disservice and discounting yourself by not realizing how great you are and the power that you really have as a man, bro. You can
I think
change
I
the
do.
course of every single thing, but you can't base it off of how you feel or who the people are around you. I don't care who it is, bro. Like it's like your kid.
Right now, I understand where you're coming
You're
from.
going to do what's best for your kid. Like I tell my daughter all the time, that's my dog. That's my best friend. I tell her, I'll be like, yo, what you doing? She be like, Dad, but we cool. No, I'm your father first. I'm gonna give you what you need to be successful. I'm not trying to be your friend right now. And you gotta move differently, bro. Like you gotta think differently, man. Real talk. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
No, keep talking. Keep talking. Keep
I'm just
talking.
real, bro. I
Hey, you
mean,
guys about to open it up for the callers.
yeah,
Please.
man. Open it up to the callers, bro.
Yeah, I actually got a caller right
I
now.
will have to take a private class if y'all need to.
All right, caller, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, what was your question or statement?
My statement is first, I would really want to know what does people consider a strong, independent woman. because I've been told several times that I'm a strong, independent woman, and it's not taken out of context or as if it's a bad thing. It's just basically saying that as a woman, I've been in a position to where I can take care of myself, I can take care of my bills, I do what I need to do in life substantially without a man being present. But it's not to say that I don't want a man or I don't need a man. I'm just able to accomplish what I have accomplished on my own.
Anybody want to address that?
Hey, you all right
Yes,
over there?
I want to address that one.
I'm about to say, I thought you.
I want to address that one because look,
Caesar, bro.
because look, at the end of the day, all the stuff that women are describing as independent is adulthood. Let's just be perfectly real with that. Like like I said earlier, if you if you don't get married till you're 30 years old, what are you going to do from the time that you graduate from high school till then?
Exactly.
Hopefully you will learn some skills that would put you in a position to take care of yourself. So if you do that as a woman or he does that as a man, that's just being an adult. The thing is that we just like people are acting like this is 100 years ago.
Exactly.
If this was 100 years ago and women weren't going to college and weren't going to school and weren't getting jobs and things like that, then a woman that had a good job might be an outlier. But, we literally graduated every year with hundreds of these women that go into all kinds of fields, that do all kinds of things. It's not rare.
But here's the thing. And right before I even decided to speak, JR labeled me as a strong, independent woman. And he didn't mean it in a positive light. He meant it in a negative way. And so what I want this young lady to really listen to is, what do men mean by that? Are they saying that you're impossible to work with, or are they really praising you? Like Lando, he really appreciates his woman for being strong and independent. Is that really a positive thing? Because what Josh is describing is what most men call strong and independent women, right? A woman who got her own. You heard a song. It's a song about it. It's all kinds of things that describe this independent. You know what it is. It describes that very thing. A woman with her own car.
It was sung by a simp. It was sung by a simp.
What I'm telling you,
refused to even marry his own chick. Who are we talking about?
But what I'm telling y'all is that what Josh is saying is true. That it is just being an adult. You have to take care of yourself. But when men say, or when people say this strong, independent woman, they don't mean it positively. They always mean it negative. Like, it's a negative stigma that's associated with that. And it is a good thing for a woman to be independent.
Because a lot of women use that to be uncooperative.
Yep,
that's why.
Right. You
a lot of women use that to be uncooperative.
Josh, flowers. So what I'm saying to you,
audience, I'm gonna need
and what I'm saying to that young lady who called,
clap it up for Josh.
What I'm saying to that young lady who called is, if a man is telling her that, it don't necessarily mean a positive thing. She may need to look at it and say, well, am I being uncooperative? Like, is he liking this, or is this something that he's criticizing me for? And if that's your constant, like if you're constantly being called this strong, independent woman, like JR tried to label me, right? When you constantly being that, that's what happens. That's what happens. Like, men put you in this box of being uncooperative, controlling, not able to work with anyone, difficult to live with, difficult to adjust. I mean, that is what they call strong, independent women. It's not this positive spin you're trying to put on it, Josh. It's amazing that you're saying, yes, a woman who just taking care of herself, just got a car, who's doing this. This is just regular stuff. Of course, but I wish men would look at it that way and stop judging women.
If she would just look at it that way, then it would be different. But the thing is, she acts like she decoded Rosetta Stone because she did these things.
Josh.
A lot of women don't.
We got a caller too. When y'all get finished, we got a caller.
They want to be with men. They want to be with men. But a lot of men label them that because they have their own place. Because
she can't shut up. That's why.
Josh, I knew you had this in you. You just had to get it up out of you, bro. It was like you had an epiphany, bro, and now you shooting from the logo. Logo
All right, go
Lillard.
ahead. We got a
Logo
caller.
Lillard is on the podcast right now, bro.
All right, go ahead, caller.
All right. So the reason that men use the term independent woman is because that term has been used towards us by women for a long period of time. And anytime that's being used, most of the time women are using it to be uncooperative, or they're trying to level what they do as an adult as a reason to gain some benefit from us men or view them in a separate or better light. It's not that we're trying to shame women, but if a woman says she's a stripper and then you call her a stripper, you're not doing anything that's saying what she is. If a man was to do that exact same thing, a woman would say a man was overcompensating. So if a guy talks about how big his member is, a woman would say he's lacking in some other area or he's showboating. Like when a woman does it though, it's us being bad. It's us being negative.
We love you, caller. You are right on point.
No.
On point, bro.
You speak for yourself now.
What's wrong with Tawana? You got something to say against that?
Yeah, listen. No, I agree with what he's saying as far as what women have used that term to mean against men and why men have a negative feeling about independent women. But also, I want to say that independent women are exactly how Josh is describing them. They just are in a position where they're working, they're taking care of themselves. That doesn't mean that they don't want a man. So we have to separate the two women. We have to separate women who really just are not interested in having a man. And we have to separate the women who are really just taking care of themselves, but still in the process of looking for a man.
Women who want a man need to stop listening to the women that can't get or keep them. It's that simple. Because the thing is honestly, if you listening to this independent, that's super uncooperative mother hen type.
Most women ain't even
Did you take my weekend online course? I feel like you took my weekend online course, bro.
Most women aren't even listening to women. They're listening to men. That is what they're doing. And you see large followings, and women are listening to men, and they're getting advice from men, and they're actually
as they should be. They should be. Look,
are you insane?
You said what?
You a man, correct?
Yeah, and if you're a woman, you should be listening to the source, right?
Okay, so you should be listening to women then on how to be a man.
No, what I'm saying is that if the best way to figure out what women actually want is to listen to women, right?
So women should listen to men. Men should listen to men, though.
No, I didn't know. I didn't say that.
Josh, you got one thing wrong about that. Never listen to what women want, bro. Like, if you the winner, you have your pick. Like, if you at the top of your field, you the top 10%, the 5% of men. You literally are the one that decide. You create the narrative. It's not about what they want. You can be a nice guy and have nice character and listen to certain people and women and allow them to be able to contribute to the conversation and benefit.
Yeah, be a benevolent dictator.
That does not mean that you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah, be a benevolent dictator. Be a benevolent dictator. That's how it's gonna work. You still have to take into consideration the people that are around you. So I mean, you're gonna make your
there, bro.
We got a caller. Go ahead, caller.
Okay, so I just want to now this is about to put a spin on something, because I feel like the reason why there's a negative connotation for the sensible women that are considered strong, independent women is because they require more. Now, I'm not talking about the woman that's going around trying to throw her weight around because she makes this and she makes that. I'm talking about a woman that's really in a position to where she's settled, and at this point, all she needs is a man to complete the.
How does she look? How does she look?
All right now.
Like that's how does she look? Because she's not gonna gain any extra points with that good job and that good credit and all of that, not with no dude that's already either there on his way to it. Like so you can't get a PhD or get any bread or anything like that, and all of a sudden elevate your dating stock with men that matter, because they're not counting that. They're counting other things. So yeah, it makes sense that a woman may feel like, you know what, I got a PhD, or I got this, I'm doing this, I got a career, I should expect more, or I want more from men. And you have the right to do that. And you're in a better position because you don't need a man for survival. So you don't need to necessarily settle. But at the same time, I mean, you're not necessarily increasing your stock by doing that kind of thing.
Yo, Lando, what you think, bro?
Man, I'm soaking a lot of this in. I'm soaking a lot of this in, man. To be honest with you.
I feel you,
I'm
bro.
soaking a lot of this in. I'm loving this. These different perspectives, man. This a lot of help for me, to be honest with you.
Because a lot of people don't respect different perspectives, and then they expect you to stay in some little box. And so therefore we got to embrace different perspectives. Anton doesn't, but I'm glad that
Anton clearly doesn't.
No. Oh,
I respect
he's not alone. It's a lot of people who don't respect other people's,
I do. I listen.
It's a lot of people who don't respect it.
I listen. I take it in. I realize how much garbage is being thrown at me, and then I spit it back out. Like, I'm not gonna swallow the bones. You know what I'm saying? I gotta eat the meat and then spit the bones out.
It's
we got a caller. We got a caller
in your life, right?
All right, go ahead, caller. You there?
Yeah, I'm there. How you doing?
How you doing? You got a question or statement?
Yeah. So yeah, this is good. But the thing is, so I'm a real big guy. 300,
what?
6'1", muscle bound, all that good stuff. And the thing is, I carry myself a certain way around women, but I'm pretty quiet as kept until I need to, speak up. So the thing, sometimes I wonder about this whole alpha male, beta male, because I'm not a beta by no means. But I carry myself with wisdom. I expect my woman to respect me. I will show her love to make sure she can, have security as a man. And I think that's alpha, but I don't even label it as alpha. I don't even put a label on it. I just be the man that God made me and God wants me to be.
No, you've been reading the wrong scriptures.
I'm good with the alpha label.
You've been reading the wrong scriptures, because the scriptures say faith without works is dead. So he didn't just make you a specific way.
Regardless of alpha, beta, whatever, just be the man you got to be. God made you the leader, made leader of the home. Just be that.
We don't subscribe to that, bro.
Anything.
I don't know.
Leader. That's all I got to say.
I don't know no man. I don't know no man that's just inherently who he is. You got to put in the work. It ain't a person in the Bible. When you're talking to a person that studied the Bible inside and out, read it back and forth 7 times, been consistent in that. It ain't a dude in the Bible that did not have to put in the work. Everything that you get is based on condition. Even the scriptures say with faith without works is dead. You got to put in the work. Even Jesus himself had to put in the work. He didn't just come down and say, okay, everybody can go to heaven, or everybody is forgiven for their sins, or whatever like that. He had to endure. He who endureth to the end is the person that received the spoils. And my man that just said it, I knew right away he was a beta, because he described who he was before he even made his point. The fact is that he's self-conscious and he haven't put in the work. That's why he weigh as much as he weigh, and that's why he's comfortable in who he is and trying to validate who he is by not really becoming the man that he's supposed to be. I'm telling you right now, bro, God wants you to be better than who you are. Get to doing the work and stop whining and complaining about titles.
All right, we got another caller. Go ahead, caller.
Hey, you all. How you doing?
Doing fine. About yourself?
I'm great. First of all, I want to comment on my man that's in I believe, the pink shirt. I love that he just got awoke on live television, on live YouTube. You just, boom, it was just hit him in the face. That was fantastic for me. One, I want to say the comment of strong, independent woman is not something that men label these women. They label themselves. Now, I will say simps went along with it and say, you strong, independent, to try to get on your side to get in your pants. That was the I'm a cheer with you type of thing. But strong independent is just being responsible, like my man said. And in a nutshell, we all want responsible people in our lives. But the thing about it, I don't want a dictator. I don't want somebody to tell me what I can and cannot do. A lot of women in our sector, or black women, feel like they have this mama thing over you where they can tell you how to live your life. And if you don't conform to what they think it should be, it becomes a strong dictatorship. And if you don't conform, then you're uncooperative. You don't deserve this, and you don't deserve to be around women. No, it's just we're tired of being dictated to. So we want a mutual respect, be mutual respectful. But if you can't be mutual respectful, then we can go other places. And that's what black women want us to be here for them, and but also want us to go away. They don't like it's like the most love-hate relationship you could ever have. They love you because you're a black man. They hate you because I don't respect you. I need you to be a 1950 man and open up the doors and take care of me, but also I want you to know this is my money. There's no cooperation. There's no nothing. So in the end, how many times do you get peed on and just say it's raining outside? You get tired, and then you want to walk away. And now we're bad for wanting to walk away. You're abandoning your women, like you're abandoning your children. No. A lot of us don't abandon our children. A lot of us abandon you, but you don't want to separate yourself from the children. And now we have children that hate fathers because your feelings been put onto that child. So my biggest thing is we have to learn to cooperate. But we at the table, and y'all walked away 20, 30, 40 years ago. Now we tired of waiting at the table. That's it.
All right, I appreciate you calling.
All right, man. Have a good one.
You too. Thanks for calling.
Jesus.
What's wrong, Tawana?
I'm just tired of people projecting their experiences on other people. I'm sorry that you date women that don't listen to you. That's on you, pimp. I don't know what to tell them. Like they act like that's how all women are. I'm sorry, but you don't demand the respect that you deserve as a man if all of your experiences with women are that women have been walking all over you your whole life. I'm sorry. That's just that. To me, that seems like you have some issues and something that you need to work on. And men, they don't take accountability for their part on what they need to do. And they always blame women. And it's like, oh, well, I'm with this woman, I'm with that woman, and that's what she did this. And all my experiences are bad. Well, maybe that's because of the type of man you are.
That could be true too.
That is true.
We got another caller. Go ahead, caller.
Hey, how's everyone doing?
You're doing fine about yourself.
Fam.
I'm good. My question to the panel, especially to those who agree with, I would say, Shawana, is where in the world have you seen your version of life? Where have you seen it work ever? I'm asking the question because I come from a third world country. And yes, a case can be made that because of where we stand financially, culturally, though, we do very differently. I came to the States 17 years ago only to realize trying to mate and date is very different. And what I've seen the difference is, I think a lot of people nowadays, when they're dealing with modern women in general, is that some of these things that we used to value are no longer there. For example, the sense of family. That's gone. That doesn't exist anymore. So the version that seems to be so appealing to women nowadays, where they do the things they do and find a way to justify it, where have you seen it work for the things that we used to value and we used to be able to work towards? For example, family, children, legacy, things of that nature, which maybe not as a cause, but more like as a consequence, as women are, trying to get to the places that they're trying to get. some of these things are being lost over time. So where have you seen it work the way y'all want to do it nowadays? Where have you seen it work?
Can I speak to this? Because let me just say this. First of all, I don't know what he's referring to as far as how I want things to work, and it's opposite of what has been stated here, because he's pretty much saying that I don't agree with my man being in a leadership position in my home, and that's not how I live my life. When I don't really have to explain to y'all how I live my life, but that's definitely nothing that I said or represented on this show. So that tells me, one, that men don't listen to me, because I definitely have never said I am the head of my house and I run my home and I do this and I do that. And actually what I have been doing is telling women things that they could do to enhance their relationship and make their relationship better. So if you don't think that works, when I have been, in a successful relationship, and, I exhibit that it works. So I don't know what else to tell you besides that it plays out in my own life. But you guys can respond to the rest of the things that he said, because he kind of limited me based on whatever perception he has, and didn't even really listen to anything that I've said. So
Tawana, you forgot to add that last part, the period at the end.
First of all, I don't even talk like that, but the thing is this. Sometimes you get frustrated with the amount of judgment that comes from people. And the reason that I say that is because people forget what the purpose of this show is. The purpose of this show is for me to bring a different perspective and a different energy. And so when I get pigeonholed into this one idea of how I have to feel, it bothers me. It bothers me because everybody don't have to operate based on how you view life and how you view
it. I know you can't hear nobody right now because I haven't put you in.
I'm so tired. I'm tired of them. Like, I'm tired of them.
All right.
Why? Why are you tired of them?
Because I hate to have to, for people to attack your personal life. It's like, well, that ain't got nothing to do with whatever I got going on in the show.
I wouldn't even worry about that, because all of the women that attack me in the comments, I know that they really want me in real life. Like, I know that if I ever gave them little hussies, we're gonna say that, we're gonna use what my grandma say. If I gave them hussies a little time a day, they'd be so thankful. They'd be praising God. I was praying for a guy.
I'm not
like
even
Anton to come into my life. They could ever be so lucky. It's like hitting the lottery.
They could never be on my level. I think that a lot of people hide behind social media. Don't get me wrong. I think that people are they like to be cyber bullies. Don't get me wrong. But
gotta call it.
It just gets annoying sometimes. That's all. It just gets really weird. People are just weird. That's all.
All right, go ahead, caller.
Yeah, good night, everybody. How you guys doing?
What's happening?
Question for Tawana. I know you have a lot of girlfriends who might be single, and I'm sure some of them call themselves independent.
Okay.
Why would an independent woman, the type that says, I can do it all by myself, pay my bills and all that stuff, why would that person need a man, or why would that person need to marry a man? What's your opinion on that?
Why would an independent person need to marry a man? Is that what he said, JR? Can you
repeat that again, caller?
I don't think he can hear me.
The type that says, I can do it all by myself. I can pay my own bills, the Beyonce song, Destiny's Child song, sorry. Why would that woman need to marry a man?
Say it one more time from the beginning, because I think the first part is cutting out.
I think he's saying, why do independent women who feel like they can do it all by themselves and they really don't need a man, why do they need to marry a man if they can do it everything alone? Is what he's
right. Yeah.
What he's saying.
That's what he said. He's saying.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that the short answer is that a woman has to want this in her life. She has to want a family. She has to want a man in her life. And I can't make a woman who feels like she doesn't need a man see the value in it. What happens to those women is later on in life, they start to realize that they want a companion, they want a partner, and they haven't done the work to do so. And so then later on in life, they start regretting the decisions that they made as far as saying, oh, I don't want a woman. I don't want a man in my life. I can take care of myself and I can do this. I like to travel. I like to go when I want to, and I don't want nobody telling me what to do. A lot of women, what happens when they age and then they start to realize like, oh, you know what? I do kind of want a partner. It gets to an age where it's harder to get a partner at this point. You've been independent for all these years and you've been doing everything by yourself. So is a man going to really be able to come into your life and change your life? And so you said a lot of my friends are single, which they're not, so I mean, I can't say that, a lot of my friends, they're in long-term relationships and, they are married. So, we have a different mindset when you're that way, but yeah, if my single friends, they ask me for advice or they see me and be like, what do you do? How do you do this? How do you do that? I tell them that, right now you may feel like I'm independent. I can do what I want. I can move around. But later in life, you want a family, you want all these things. And it's going to be difficult for you to obtain it the older you get. And that's just the reality.
I mean,
hey, go ahead, fam.
We got another caller. Go ahead. Go ahead, Josh.
What's going on? This is Al.
No, I was saying go ahead, Josh, but go ahead, Al.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so this is Al again, the guy that the big guy that just
we remember
called. You. So, Anton, it's funny how you responded to my statement because I'm on your side, bro. I mean, I'm not cool with the modern the relationship dynamic these days. And basically, my statement about alpha males and beta males is not me saying that label shouldn't exist. It's just that I don't put a label on it. And at the end of the day, I can be considered an alpha only because of the money I make. Just because of my size, just because of the demands I make of the woman that I date. So at the end of the day, I'm not a beta. I mean, but if you feel that way, that's you. But at the end of the day, I dated a young lady that was that turned me on to the whole alphabet thing, and it bothered me because I'm just a truthful person, and at the end of the day, I want truth in my life. I want respect. Like I said, I will love my woman as long as she respects me. But when she starts crossing me and starts disrespect, I mean, I have to turn the tables and let her know, you're not going to disrespect me.
Really? Is he married?
That's the reason why I called. But Anton, it's all good, man.
But listen, bro, listen.
JR, ask him, is he married? I can hear you.
Tawana wants to know if you're married. Al, Tawana wants to know if you're married.
No,
okay.
I'm not married.
All right,
I actually got engaged, but I called off the engagement because of some issues. And
you said you got engaged, but you called it off? So are you engaged or?
Yeah, I was. The young lady I was married to, I mean, it's a big dynamic with this makeup and everything, so sometimes you have to make demands of women and understand who they really are and, I mean, so.
What?
I don't know. All I can say at this point, the relationship dynamic is can I cuss?
Listen, bro.
It's bullshit. That's all I can say. It's out of control. Because I'm not trying to date no single mom. I want a woman without children that I can make a child with. And that's a big issue. Just
how old is he, JR?
And that shouldn't be the case. But,
Hey, Al. What's your age? How old are you?
Yeah. I'm actually 43.
43.
So,
all right. I'm going to respond when he does.
The panel is, the people in the panel, but yeah.
He can't hear you.
All right, like I think Anton.
I know, that's why I said I'm going to respond when he does.
Okay, Anton wants to respond to you. Go ahead, Anton.
So the thing is,
I can't hear you, by the way.
Yeah, he can't hear.
I know, but he'll be able to rewind it when he's watching it on YouTube.
Or if you want to, you can put the phone on mute and turn YouTube up so you can hear it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So what it comes down to, it's not about whether you on my side or not. the whole idea is that you can't base how you move off of what you want as far as relationships and women. Like I'll give you a perfect example. And this is a real life because I use my real life. So I was out shooting and doing my thing and all of that other type of stuff today, right? And then my chick was like, "Oh, I can't wait for you to get home or whatever tonight or whatever, because I know, your schedule or whatever. But right after the show, we can cuddle, and I can't wait to lay up under you." I told her, I said, "Oh, I can't do that today because I'm going to the gym right after because I wasn't able to get to the gym this morning because I had so much work to do." And she like, "I mean, tonight?" And I'm like, "Yeah, tonight." Like, the work still has to be done. I'm not moving based off of what everybody else is doing. I'm moving based off of what I know is the best thing to do. I'm always doing the work. I know I got growth. You know what I'm saying? There's areas that I have to grow in. I know that I have to meet certain expectations based off of what the goals and the projections are. But ultimately, me getting fit, me getting in shape, right, using this same situation is a better circumstance for her because not only do I look better, not only do I feel better, but I'm gonna live longer. So my point is that when you own your purpose, you don't speak based off of what you want from women or how women are gonna fit in your life. You just live how you gonna live and just understand that the money come with it, the women come with it, all of the benefits that come along with being great, it comes with it. So don't worry about being on my side. Worry about doing the work and continuing to level up and be the best version of yourself. Hey, fam, hit me up on Instagram. I'm going to coach you personally. You're going to be great, bro.
All right, go ahead, caller.
Yes, this is Sim. And I'm on right now?
Yeah, you live right now. Go ahead. Statement, come in.
Okay. I partially agree with Tavana and Antoine. I think you need to have your purpose as a man, but 95% of these dudes that be calling in are really like super beta males because they have all these complaints about women. When if you really were a man, a woman should never be able to get that far in your life to even make you feel that way. The moment she starts to degrade you, it's over. And you move on and keep it pushing. That way you won't have all these emotional scars. So I think that's part of the problem is that yes, it's good to have money and all these things. I never had a problem with women because I don't let it get to the point where they start disrespecting me. So I don't carry all that emotional luggage. Understand?
Agree.
I rock with that.
100%. I agree with
that. All right, caller. Appreciate you calling in.
You can't blame all your negative experiences on women. Something wrong with you, sir. Yeah. As Anton stated, women ain't disrespecting you in your life, correct? You haven't had that experience. The type of man you are, you demand a level of respect, and so no woman would treat you like that.
The interesting thing about it is that the only reason I even know about these angry women or these women that label themselves independent, because there's nothing wrong with being strong, but you throw that independent label in there, it's like you're trying to separate yourself, like you some different type of creature. The only reason I'm even aware of it is because I'm listening and having these conversations, and I'll be on Clubhouse and I'll be in these rooms listening to these women talk. But as far as my own personal experiences, I've never interacted with or been in a situation where I was with a woman or rocked with a woman or had a conversation with a woman where she didn't automatically move a certain type of way around me. So I don't have complaints as regards to dealing with women. They already know exactly what it is when they come around me.
Hey, Josh, we got a lot of people asking about those munchies, man.
Man, I was just eating one of those Nature Valley sweet and salty peanut granola bars.
I don't know, man. Your eyes look a little low, man.
Man, I've been sitting here the whole time, man. I ain't went nowhere since this whole thing started.
Man, you might have had the edible.
I wish. I wish.
These people. You might as well stop putting these irrelevant quotes up. I do not want to see these people. They are pointless.
Man, you gotta love the comments, man. Come on, get these likes up, man.
Well, put the nice ones up. I see some nice ones. You skip right on over those. You do
the nice ones are boring.
You do the ignorant ones. Let me just stop giving these people a platform. Let's promote the positive.
Keep asking
hey,
about
JR, what happened to Lando? He was like,
oh no, he had to go. He told me he had to go.
Oh, okay.
Did he have to go because it was Because this chick was like, it's bedtime, and she said, "You better hang up the phone right now." What is going on, bro? Like, why did he dip? He text you on the side and say, "Hey, I gotta go." What's going on, bro?
That's so funny.
He better not know Gino either. He better not know Gino Black, bro.
He didn't even know what you was talking about.
Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, but the viewers know what I'm talking about.
He was in the black. He was in the black, but he don't know Gino Black.
Yeah, caller, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Who is this? You just called in already?
No, it's my first time calling.
Okay.
All right, my name is Sean. And basically, this is, this kind of for the whole panel. One, I love your show. I like what you guys are doing. I like that you have a woman on the show. Even a lot of time I don't agree with her, but it's always good, definitely to see another perspective. What I would like to ask, though, is do women look at themselves and ask, would they date themselves? Because,
yeah,
I feel like they look at what we have to offer and they judge our choices on what we have to offer. But if you had to choose those same things, would you?
Mm.
And Anton, I want to hit you up on Instagram. I want your culture too, big dog. Let me know what you want. Let me know what the paycheck is.
I got you, fam.
Another one. All right, we appreciate
a lot of
caller.
men need guidance. We see.
No problem, man. Y'all have a good night.
All right.
Lots of men need guidance. I'm glad that he.
Go ahead, caller. You there? Caller, you there?
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's your name? Where you calling from?
I'm here. This is Terrell. I'm calling from Harvard, Chicago.
Oh, okay.
I'm from the crib. Hey, I was wondering, do you guys feel like it's some kind of like a situational alpha? Like one guy moving in one particular room, maybe he got all the money, he's the top guy. But if he get in the room with other top guys, is that guy still an alpha? If he's not the top guy in one particular room, you get what I mean?
That's a good question.
I can answer that all day.
Go ahead, Anton.
I think that alphas recognize other alphas, and it's like you don't have to necessarily move any differently when you in certain rooms. I think that when you in a room with other high value men, you really champion and celebrate each other, and you learn from each other. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that there's a guy there's never okay, so he was in a room full of betas and he controlled that room, and now he's in the room for the alphas. No, it's almost like I think that either Lando or Josh mentioned it earlier, real recognize real. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, okay, well, let's get this money together, or let's see how we can figure this out together, or, oh, dude, I see you doing it over there. All right, I'm about to make that adjustment and level up also. So it's always celebrating and championing the greats and acknowledging the stuff that other people do well, and then you make the adjustments accordingly. But you can spot some trash and some dudes that's not living up to the expectations. And we all got to get coached. You know what I'm saying? Like, even me, I don't know a dude that's not great that don't have a mentor. Like, you can always lean on other people to ensure that you become a better version of yourself. That's how champions move. But at the same time, the instinct and the way that the thing that makes you alpha is how you move. The dude that's seeking to be greater, the dude that's going to do whatever it takes to be great, survive all of that other type of stuff. So it's not about who you in a room with, it's how you move when you in certain rooms.
I mean, I would say as far as, situational, I mean, it just depends on the situation. If you a man with a bunch of money and you're on a boat that's sinking and you can't swim, you're not going to be the alpha in that situation. You're going to drown. Just like, if you are the best basketball player and, they're, given a test on geometry and you're not good at geometry, you're not going to be the alpha in that situation either. So, I mean, the thing is that we live in a world right now where nobody has to kill a water buffalo to survive. So the thing is that pretty much people can pick their lane and be, alpha in the lane that they're in. But in a world where everyone has to survive, and you have a limited amount of anything for people to survive on, then what's the alpha is going to be the person that's most likely to survive.
The best example of that is if you see how the top comedians move. If you see how Eddie Murphy, Dave Chappelle, even Bill Burr, Chris Rock, all of them, when they in the room with each other, they building each other up, they celebrating each other, they all winning together, they you know what I'm saying, gleaning from each other, and they highlight the greatness of each other. That's a room full of the greats. Like, they not trying to, like, it's natural to compete, right? You always want to be the best at everything you do, but they're not trying to assert themselves. Alphas don't have to assert themselves in a room at any point in time. They just naturally who they are. They are assertive, they're competitive, they winners, they move a certain type of way. And when they see other dudes that's moving in the same direction as them, they champion them. They don't tear them down. That's the difference.
Yeah, but also on that same token, I mean, in that room, you're mentioning comedians. Now, we'll say that, people pretty much can understand that in a room full of comedians, Dave Chappelle is probably the alpha. Because
he's the best at what he does. That
yes,
the alpha.
But no. But what I'm saying, when you think about the things that you're going to measure a comedian on, Dave Chappelle has the biggest thing.
Right.
So, when you're thinking about that, him or Kevin Hart, right now, now if we're talking about, somebody like Hannibal Buress or something like that, who is he in comparison to the two guys I just named?
But think about it though, right? Because like at some point there were other comedians in the conversation. Like if you take my man that was hating on Kevin Hart a lot, what was his name? The dude that played in All About the Benjamins. See, I didn't even forget his name. The one that played in All About the Benjamins with Ice Cube, and he played in Friday. And all
you making me
forget.
Mike Epps. So Mike Epps, and it's a bunch of other comedians that's throwing stones because they not there. You know what I'm saying? And so my all I'm saying is, there are people that are super great in their lane. Like for example, if you take a Jay-Z was in a room with Warren Buffett, right? I would very much say both of them to a certain extent. And I don't really know Warren Buffett's personality, but I would say to a certain extent that both of them is an alpha male. Warren Buffett got more money than Jay-Z, but Jay-Z may be more talented. Jay-Z may have more of an impact socially. But my point is that they're both in a room because they celebrating and championing each other, and they both moving in a direction that's successful and sustainable as far as bigging each other up and making each other even better versions of themselves as a result of gleaning and learning from each other.
That's because there's mutual benefit.
Yeah, you're right. And that's what I'm saying. Like winners are usually around winners. They don't be around other losers. You know what I'm saying?
We got another caller. Go ahead, caller. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, you got a statement or comment.
Okay,
Where you calling from first?
Cool.
Where you calling from?
Oh, yeah, my name is Jay. I'm calling from Philly.
From who?
Philly.
I said, my name is Jay. I'm calling from Philly.
Okay, Philly.
Philly.
All right.
Yeah, so I just had two questions. It's a great show you guys got, by the way.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
The first question is, will I be considered beta if I go 50-50 on bills with my girl?
Yes. Next. I'm just waiting.
Yeah, Tawana.
Yes.
He said he wants to know if he's considered beta if he goes 50-50 on bills with his lady.
He probably shouldn't even be in a relationship at that point. He should be like grinding. How old is he?
How old are you?
I'm 23.
Oh yeah.
Oh
like,
man,
I'm
you
not
shouldn't
really
even
trying to date right now, but like if I were like say around 28.
No. Like you should not be living with a chick.
Yeah.
At
you focusing on your purpose.
Bro, you got so much runway ahead of you. Do not slow yourself down by trying to figure out the dynamics of a living situation with a woman. Go get on your grind and level up, bro. You got a ton of runway. Listen, she in the best years of her life, physically, which is the thing that men generally look for. You are in your infancy, in your earning potential and your greatness. Focus on you. Let the chips fall where they may, but do not put yourself in a position to have to be subjected to a woman and you have to go 50-50 on bills. That shows that you're not where you're supposed to be and you got work to do and you need to focus 120% of your time on you, bro.
Agreed.
can you let me know when they're done? Because I had just another question.
All right, go ahead with your other question.
My other question is with like it being now, because internet, we have so many like channels like Kevin Samuels, and then you have channels for girls. Like, what is the number one thing that we need to do to get back to like the 60s and the 70s where marriage rates was like 80% amongst black people? Like, what is the number one thing we need to do?
Hey, Josh, you want to answer that?
Of course. The thing that I feel like people would need to do is understand that we're not in the 60s anymore. That's the thing. Like, what does the new normal look like? Things like marriage are, they serve a function in society. It'll always be, a cornerstone of society. The difference is, how does that look in 2021? So, with that being said, like I said, I feel like, it's one of those things that, we still need that institution. So we just have to figure out how to make that situation work for us nowadays. I mean, granted, you got to think about it like this. We're in a different world. We have a lot more opportunities than we've ever had to do anything before. So, with that being said, how do we pick something that makes sense for us and stick with that to the end? Because at the end of the day, this is kid in a candy store, really. You can always compare the situation that you have with the potential situations that are out there. So how do you pick the one that works for you, that gives you what you need, and learn to, take that situation and deal with it?
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that, Josh. I think that the way that you handle it is that men start becoming men again. Like, one of the reasons why, well, I'm not gonna go into a deep dive, but men stop taking care of their kids, and then they allow women to raise an entire generation of beta men. They didn't value taking care of themselves and becoming the best version of themselves, and they fell by the wayside. So the way that you solve the problem, because men choose wives, women don't choose husbands. You know what I'm saying? So when you start to evaluate exactly what needs to be done, men need to start doing the work and leveling up and stop worrying about women.
Yes.
Once they get to a space where they are what they're supposed to be, they'll more effectively be able to choose the woman that's for them. And what happens is you'll start to see a lot of these beta men falling off by the wayside that's validating bad behavior from women, that's enabling them to move a certain type of way and feeling like they're entitled to any kind of man that they want. Once you start seeing the results that come along with men that's doing the work and moving in their purpose, things will naturally fall back into order. But as long as you have that guy that's acting like the prodigal son and fell away from exactly what he was supposed to be doing in his life, things will never get back to the way they're supposed to be, ever.
All right. Got another caller. Go ahead, caller.
Yo, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you good. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Yo, you know what it is, man. You should have my number locked in by now. This is Chicago, River, Southside, Wild Rose. What's happening?
What's going on, bro?
Who is that?
Man, you know the
Chicago
vibes. You know the vibes. Teron, I need you to, next time you in that Facebook group, I need you to take a look at that picture behind you before you respond.
All right.
Think, is it true? Is it helpful? Is it inspiring? Is it necessary? Is it kind?
I love how
does a man want an independent woman? No. Period, point blank, end of sentence. Men do not. Twan, I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
I know you can't hear
me. Men do not want an independent woman. We want a woman that's fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, and submissive. And I think people are confused in Proverbs 31, with what this whole concept of independent woman. The crazy thing when you talk about independent women, I know a caller earlier talked about Destiny's Child and Beyonce and all that blase skip. Beyonce was telling you that whole independent woman, whole time she was going after Jay-Z.
True.
Whole time she was building herself up to get Jay-Z, right? Whole time these women telling y'all this, that, and the third blase skip woo about being independent. They off married doing their thing, right? So when you talk about being independent, that's absent of what? A man's leadership, guidance, protection, provision, the whole nine. Now,
Blame Jamie Neo and
Anton, you know how I
Plies.
give it up. Tawana, you know how I give it up. I'm gonna call it straight down the middle. I try and give an objective perspective. But men do not want an independent woman. We want a woman that is going to complement us. We don't want a woman that's going to match our fly. You're not my equal.
I'm so sorry.
You know what I'm saying? Men,
Chicago
I know, Tawana, I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
That's Chicago Rilla. Hold on.
Mute the damn device, please, and shut up. First of all, God damn.
Did you tell me shut up?
Yes, I did. Because
She
you
said yes, she did.
Okay.
Ooh, okay, that's a bet. That's a bet.
That's a bet. Okay. First of all, Tawana never said that men wanted independent women. So
I didn't say Tawana said. Tawana, you represent women. I didn't say Tawana said.
Hello. I didn't say that.
Ooh, let it out, girl.
I didn't say that men wanted independent women. That's the first thing that I did not say. Okay. So I'm confused as to why y'all putting words in my mouth. Men hear what they want to hear and not what I actually said. I said that there was
the question I was responding to was, do men want independent women? Tawana gave a perspective. I responded back to it. In general.
Said no, men do
Why
not
you taking
want
it personal?
women. I said no, and I gave the reasons why. I said, they're controlling. I listed several reasons why men did not want independent women. Josh is the one who said that's not independent. That is adult. So what are you talking about? Why are you putting words?
Why are you big mad? Why are you big mad?
I don't like people putting.
I'm about to go listen to Plies.
I don't like people with. I don't like.
Mad.
And I don't respect life.
Mad.
I don't respect life. And I don't respect people who put words in my mouth.
Tawana, I didn't put nothing in your mouth. I didn't say anything incendiary or to get you off your square, ma.
You just said that I said something that I did not say.
I did not.
Roll the tape back.
I spoke listen, I literally spoke my truth. I may have referenced.
I never said men want independent.
Tell me what I said that you just said.
You said
no.
That
you roll the tape back. I said, what did I say?
You said, can I finish the damn statement? You said I said men want to be with independent women. I didn't say that. I never.
Tawana, you big man. I'm so disappointed.
Okay, well, be disappointed. You don't have to really give me your approval. I could care less. Okay, I don't care. I'm just letting you know exactly. Let's replace that. Look. Let
me do it this way. Because I know it's other people that want to jump on.
Please.
Look, Tawana. Look, okay, I apologize. I mean no offense.
You're the last caller.
Thank you.
Okay, cool. Even better. I don't mean no offense. I didn't mean to put any words in your mouth. I was just speaking to the question. The question was, do men want an independent woman? No. That's all.
Well, this is what I want you to do.
Mad.
What I'm saying, Chicago.
Now, listen, man. Y'all got an amazing show.
Thank you.
Thanks up. Y'all gotta support this show, fam.
Chicago.
Stop being a big man. You gotta support this show. Get these likes up. Get these likes up. Get these likes up. Get these likes. I can't even hear you, Tawana. Get these likes up. Hey, and get in that Facebook group. That Facebook group is not for the weak. Click all the links. Go ahead and follow Anton. Go ahead and follow JR. Go ahead and follow Tawana, aka Shawana now. And go ahead and follow B Mix, man. Hey family, I love y'all. Let me see. Hey JR, if you staying on for the after hours, I'm commenting on that too, fam.
I appreciate it.
Salute, y'all.
All right, you guys. We appreciate you guys for tuning in to Lapeef Let's Talk. It was another great show. If you guys haven't already, please like, subscribe, and share. It's the greatest show ever. Till next time. We out. Josh, we appreciate you.
Oh, no problem. Anytime.
Yeah. Like you definitely got to come back. I see you converted over.
Oh,
You've been delivered.
Y'all just didn't hear everything I had to say. So, I mean, hey.
Yeah, it was good. All right, y'all. We out.
We out.
Another great show.
Yeah, I think it went really, really well. I see. Can you hear me, JR?
I still can't hear you. Got on mute?
No, I'm talking, bro. You gotta make them adjustments, bro.
I don't know if it's just. Oh, there it is. I had my
Can you
shit
hear me
turned
now?
down. Yeah, I get you. I had my shit turned down.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I don't know, man. I think I'm about to start keeping a tally of all the conversions that we having on this show, bro, from Josh and everybody, man. We might have to bring Lando back, man. You got work to do.
I got some work to do.
Yeah. Man. You gotta change these guys, bro.
Yeah, you know what's crazy is that I've been knowing O for a while. I mean, not like that. Like I met him through a mutual friend. We used to ride bikes together.
Yeah.
And then I know he stay out there in the burbs, and I always would see his daughter because his daughter cheerleads with like my daughter. They're in the same program, even though she's a little older. So I never knew how he was in relationships, but it was kind of surprising to hear how he is. I do think he does need a little bit of work, and it's not like it's gonna be a bad thing. I just think as a man, where he doesn't have to include his woman in it. I just think just man to man, that it is some gems that he needs to instill within himself in order for him to be able to thrive as a man in general. You know, whether he's in that relationship or if that doesn't work, hopefully it works out. But just moving forward, because even if you are in a marriage, you still have to move in a certain way.
I agree.
Because, you know, women do get bored. You know, women do lose respect within marriages. So I think it is critical for people to understand, you know, what it is to be a man. And that's why I had that topic about men that was beta, like before they became alphas, because I think it is important for people to understand that you may not be alpha, and it's okay, but there is still room to be able to grow, to understand, you know, how it works to be an alpha man. Even if you don't want to be put the label as an alpha, just understand how it is to be a man in this world. I think it's critical.
Yeah, I think you was right. Hey, can we for everybody in the audience that's watching the stream, can we clap it up for JR being the greatest moderator ever, bro? Because number one, the first thing is that the way you set up the topics, it kind of set a foundation for how the show is going to go. So, for example, the fact that he highlighted that he was raised by a single mom, and the whole, you know, are alpha men beta before becoming alpha, because I don't think that a lot of guys even realize that they not alpha, bro. Like, and I'm not speaking to him specifically, but I'm just speaking about, you know, you setting up the show. Hey, JR, I mean, I know I get on here and do my thing, and I'm glad that we do this little after hours thing, kind of, sort of, because it gives you an opportunity to speak and give your perspective about a lot of things. But I don't think that JR get as much credit as he probably deserve, and appreciation just in general, because, you know, it's a lot of other people, me, Tawana, we a lot more visible and we talk a lot during the show, but you be doing your thing, bro. Like, you absolutely, like, everything comes together. Partial, you know, in a lot of ways, but you are in a lot of ways the architect behind how we do a lot of this show. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate it. I don't think people understand that. I'm doing a lot behind it. I would love to talk a lot, but it's a lot because it's just me. I mean, we're a new show. I don't like to call it a podcast. It's an experience.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't like to label it a podcast. I think I believe it's a show. I know it's a show. So I'm just trying to make sure that we peaking at the highest.
Yeah.
Because it is live and a lot of things can go wrong. So I don't have anybody sitting right here next to me, orchestrating everything, taking the calls, making sure the volumes are right, putting everything on the screen. So
yep.
I definitely appreciate the panel. I definitely appreciate Anton. I appreciate Tawana. Appreciate B Nix. I appreciate even like the guests that we have on, because and I appreciate you guys first off, because we wouldn't even be here where we are if it wasn't for you guys. I mean, believe it or not, just to hear where you people are calling from, and I said I'm going to start doing it, and I'm going to try to get in the beginning of the show. I love to hear where you guys are calling from, because that means that we are reaching places that I could not have never ever imagined. So just actually hearing you guys tuning in faithfully, the same people calling in, that means that we must be doing something right. And I appreciate it. And we're going to just keep trying to bring that heat every week. We're going to just keep bringing it to you guys. So I just appreciate you.
Yeah. I don't think people realize when you see these shows or you see it live and all of that stuff, a lot of times people, I don't think they really understand the level of work that goes in behind the scenes. You know, all of the editing that we do, you finding the, trying to find the right mix of topics and the right guests to put on and all of this other type of stuff and all of the conversations that we have online. It's a lot, bro. Like, and we both doing a whole lot in addition to this show, outside of the show, and then we work to make sure that we bring y'all, the viewers out there, all of this great content every week. And then it's not just entertainment, right? Like we do entertain, but we also try to add value. We don't want to just be the show that, you know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to be Love and Hip Hop. You know what I'm saying? We trying to actually give people something that they can take home with them and use to become better versions of themselves among the controversy and entertainment and all of that. So I think you should be celebrated. Everybody on this show do their thing, bro. The recurring people that come on this show. So I just wanted to get an audience a little bit of insight into that. And y'all should appreciate JR being able to talk to y'all after the show to be able to give his insight.
Yeah. You guys got any questions for us in the comments? And also, too, if you don't have a question, just let us know where you calling from. Not calling, but where you viewing from.
Hey, JR, I think honestly, bro, and this is like not wishful thinking or nothing, and I've been saying this since the very beginning. When we first started doing this together, camera went out.
I know.
I think that
1 second.
I honestly think that we really do have the greatest show on earth. I don't think that I don't believe, and I think we just growing. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do that slow growth, and we're gonna keep grinding. But I don't think that y'all can really find a better show on YouTube, a real live show. You know what I'm saying? That's happening in real time for people that put this much effort and really grinding and giving it to y'all like this. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm just glad that all of the viewers and everybody that rock with us, that rock with me on all my other channels and everything like that, and rock with JR, and y'all been kicking it with us since the very beginning. A lot of y'all, I appreciate y'all, but I feel like we got the best show ever, and it's only gonna get better every single week, every single drop. We drop every day, and we rock with y'all. We absolutely love y'all. We rock with y'all, and I don't know, man. We next up. Like we got this situation now, and it ain't nobody or no other show that's gonna stop the movement that we got going on. That's gonna propel us to be great. Ain't nobody stopping us. We taking over everything.
Absolutely. I'm still here. I just stepped on the damn cord.
See it, all the technical stuff that can go wrong in the midst of a show. Right. Hey, why do y'all why do the people, I'm asking I guess the viewers, why do they want other type of women on the show? Do they want other type of women to just be agreeable, or do they want other type of women also so that they can see what I'm gonna say to them? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
The thing about I added a woman. I had people telling me that they wanted a woman, and she's great. She's phenomenal. But I originally didn't think that we needed a woman. There are a lot of shows that just have men, that bring a lot of value. But it is helpful to have a woman. And I always told Tawana that I don't want her to carry like the whole burden of the women as a whole, but just be herself. She's just a regular person that has an opinion as a woman, and not all women think alike. So yeah. some things she might say, you guys might not agree with, and I'm okay with it. You guys may not be okay with it. You got to live with it. You just got to understand that people have different opinions, and we might not have all the answers, but we might have some answers that might be able to help you. It's just like a kind of give or take. So you just got to take the good from the show, from the different people, from the perspectives, and just use it. That's how I do it in life. I mean, I don't have to agree with everybody and what everybody say, but if it's something that I feel like it'll benefit me or it'll help me, I'm going to take it. I ain't going to be disrespectful, and I'm going to keep it moving.
Somebody asked me, did I sell a restaurant? Yes, I sold my restaurant. I sold it in November of 2019, got out the restaurant business. Hey, some other people are saying, bring Ashley back, don't bring Ashley back. What's your thoughts about Ashley on the show?
I think she was cool. I had conversations with her, and she did go back and she looked at the show, and then she did see how she was cutting people off. She
Really?
did,
She went
yeah,
back and looked at the show?
yeah, and she did say that she seen how she wasn't explaining herself, how she was long winded at times. So it is some value when people do come on the show, even though it looks like they've been attacked. Sometimes they do see some of the things that they were doing, and it is helpful. I'm gonna try to see if I can get her back. I think she might be a little bit better, get straight to the point.
I don't know if she coming back, bro.
I think I might be able to get her back on. I think I might. They might
That's
be
all
able to
right.
get her back on.
If you do that, you are a great salesman.
Now Gino might be a hard one to put back on, but but Ashley, like I think she'll come back on.
Why you don't think Gino gonna come back on?
Just kind of two reasons. I don't think that like the topics, period. I don't think that he just has a lot of value to bring to it. And this is what he told me, and I do believe it. He just doesn't. He doesn't really like he likes the show, but it's just not for him. You know how somebody can like stuff for other people. He just doesn't feel like that's his move or that's what he would like to talk about.
Yeah.
But so that's one of the reasons. And then two, well, that's the main reason. I don't think he'll come back just because of that. It'd be hard to get him on. It's a possibility I can get him on there, but just because of that. Now, Ashley, she is real active within the Facebook group. I suggest you guys go to the Facebook group because it do be cracking. It's not for everybody, and if you're sensitive, you might not want to go in there. But if you don't mind people responding to your opinion, then it'll be a great group for you. But Ashley responds to a lot of the topics in the group, so the topics is not the issue. I just think that she probably never knew. So when she was on the show, she probably never knew how she talked, how she debated. And so now that she's able to look back, I think that she might come back and she might try to top what she's done.
Bro, I don't know. That's gonna be the honestly. And see, JR, you're a lot nicer than I am. So you frame things and you have conversations a little bit nicer than I am. But I don't think she want to really face me on this podcast or this show. I'm not sure that she. Listen, I'm gonna just tell everybody out in the audience land. Everybody say they ready. Everybody got smoke. Everybody gonna show up. Everybody gonna tell me off. Everybody always say that, and then it's different when the lights turn on. When that camera cut on, I'm a whole nother dude. And so I'm just not sure she prepared for that, bro, because I don't pull punches. I tried to be nice. I had on my white shirt today. Look at it. I got it right here for y'all. Got my white shirt ready for y'all. I was gonna be nicer. I promised my people I was gonna be nicer, and then y'all had to bring out a whole nother savage. So I don't know, bro. I don't know. I can't see it. I think you might have to incentivize it for somehow.
I'm looking at this damn signal. What are they saying? Appreciate it. We definitely appreciate you guys, man. Even you guys that stuck around. It's just pretty dope to see. And like I don't think that we are like above this. I mean, if it's 5 or 6 people, we still appreciate you guys. I try to respond. Anton responds a lot, and I kind of get that from him because he's on me. Like, man, I know it's a lot of comments coming in, but you got to respond to every last one of them. And that's what I try to do. Take some time on my day and just try to respond to the comments. Even if you guys reach out to us up in the DM, we try to respond. We don't want to be one of those people that's just too great where we feel like we're not paying attention to you guys. We read the comments. We're looking at what you guys are doing within the Facebook group, even on Instagram. Instagram is a slow growth, but it is growing. So we do plan on putting more content on there as well. So we just want you guys to just hang in there. We know it's going to be rough at times. It's not going to be perfect, but we're going to ride this ride with y'all.
Hey, AL got a question for you, JR.
Okay, what's the question?
He did the super chat.
Okay. What's the best advice for starting a YouTube show? Okay, the best advice that I would give is when it came to this show, when it started off, it wasn't YouTube. It was strictly audio. So I know
You
my
got to
person.
get a whole thing and telling them how you even got. Because JR was resistant to coming to YouTube, y'all. I'm gonna tell on him. Because this the after hour, so I'm not. I got to tell on JR. JR was. Go ahead, tell it, and I'm gonna fill in the details afterwards.
So I'm gonna tell you guys the real right now and be real honest. I actually had the logo. Like I said, I wanted to do this podcast, and me, I'm a quiet person, but when you get to know me, I talk a lot. And a lot of people say, "Man, I never knew you talked that much." And I said, "Well, it's because you never had a conversation with me. I may not be the person in the room that's just going around talking to everybody, but once somebody approaches me or if I approach them and I'm having a conversation, then you begin to learn a lot more about me." So I had to understand the person, and I also like to challenge myself because I'm the person that doesn't like to talk so much. I put myself in these situations where I have to talk. So off the record, I have told Anton, I told B Nix when he was on the show, I told Tawana that I want you guys to ask me questions at times. I don't want you guys to be the only one. I want to be able to be put into that situation where I have no choice but to respond. And we started off just recording. And I knew all along that I did want to get some video and I wanted to record it.
It was just you. It was just you.
It was just me and Gino.
This is when he first started off.
Yeah, it's when I first started. It was just me, and I told Gino about it, and then Gino kind of hopped down. But when me and Gino was recording, I just was like, it's just, for some reason, it's just not clicking right. It's just, I didn't really see it going to, it was like something was missing. And so that's when I reached out to B Nix. I met B Nix in college. Like my sophomore year, I went to the University of Illinois in Urbana-Champaign. And he went to school with my cousin and them. So me and B Nix became real tight. I asked him, and it was just me, him, and Gino, and doing everything just strictly audio on Spotify, Apple Podcast. It was on all the audio platforms. That's what we were doing. And I still wanted to keep getting bigger. Like I just feel like it was just I was committed from day one. You know, B Nix was committed, but it was a challenge trying to get everybody to come together to understand how big this could be. And a lot of things that I do, you can't bring everybody with you when you got a vision sometimes. Sometimes you just got to keep pushing and you might be by yourself. And the hardest thing, the challenging part was finding somebody that wanted to be committed to, that would be able to understand how big this could be. So kind of fast forward a little bit, I ran across Anton's a YouTube video, and then I kind of like what he was talking about. It was very it was very motivational, and then I started to watch like 2 or 3 of his videos. So I probably spent about 2 hours just watching about like 4 or 5 of his videos. And I even had told somebody about it. I said, man, this guy real dope, man. I kind of like what he's talking about. And I actually remember just kind of just pushing my way through like different challenges I had in life. And I was inspired by his videos. It was because of his videos I was kind of pushing through. So we had kind of chatted a little bit here and there. And what really got us talking, well, I won't say it really got us talking, but we kind of talked a little more about Jeep because at one point in time he had a Jeep Wrangler and I had one. And then I think we probably chopped it up. But the whole time, kind of fast forward that one, when we did start talking, kind of found out he had been watching me. And he said that he was inspired by how I was moving. So I was kind of flattered and didn't even know. Like, you guys never know who's watching you. It don't matter if they on top. And I say on top, meaning that they thriving in their life. You can be the smallest inspiration to somebody else. So when he told me that, I kind of like just really like appreciated that. And then I asked him, I think we had a conversation about it being on the show. We came on the show one time, and then he said, man, like, rock with you some more. And then he came on the show. So when he first came on, he started some shit. Like, it was a lot of, he had like a different perspective that people just was like mind blown by. And I was sitting there looking like, damn, like this, he's the complete opposite of how, B Nix think. I think Gino kind of phased out a little bit. So it was just like me, him, And like Anton, B Nix was there like the whole time. I mean, he ain't asked for nothing. He was just there, like whatever. He just was just inspired by how I was moving everything, and I also kind of helped him, start some stuff on the side that he wanted to do. So now it's just like just the three of us. And then I kept hearing people in my ear saying, "Hey, you need a woman." I was thinking like, do I really need a woman? I don't want it. I just kind of tried it out. So I think we brought a woman by the name of Carmen on there.
Yeah, I remember that.
And she came on there, and then we had asked Tawana, and she came on there. So ultimately, I think Carmen had like a lot more like obligations, and then Tawana she just kind of rocked with us. So it was just me, Tawana, Anton, and B Nix. The thing they got to understand is that personalities matter. So to answer your question, like what's the best advice for starting a YouTube show, you got to understand personality. So if you are on that show, or whether you the person that's in charge of a show, you got to put the right personalities together. You can't have people that thinks alike, otherwise that's boring. So you got to have somebody that kind of offsets that. If you're a type person that don't talk, you got to have somebody that talks. You got to have a little humor, you got to have a little drama. So it's just kind of like you actually putting a movie together. And the thing I like about us is that I don't know what's going to happen that day. We're live, so there's no editing, there's no taking things back. It's just like, what's going to happen this show?
Yeah.
I don't know. I do like to give people opportunity to try to defend themselves. I know Anton's going to come at them.
I don't try to come at them though, bro.
I don't think you try to come at them, but sometimes you do. Like you listen. Like the thing about people that listen is they know how to attack us like a different way when you listen. If you're just saying some shit and you just saying whatever it is, how you feeling based off experience, but when you can listen to what somebody say, you can kind of catch somebody up, or you can kind of question what they said. That's a skill that not everybody have. So it makes for like a great show, and it's real. It's not scripted. Like Anton doesn't know these people. Some people like Josh, I went to college with him, but I don't know him like that, so I didn't know what I was gonna get. I don't know what. So every time I bring a guest in, I kind of have an idea, but again, to answer your question, like you don't really know what you're gonna get. So as I'm sitting here, I still have to think about making this a good show, making it a great show, because that's ultimately, and also bringing value. The key is that I want to bring value to you guys. So I have to try to keep all that in line while trying to maintain the show. So hopefully I was able to answer your question. What you got to be consistent. Now Anton's always about me. He's always on me. Now Anton edits all the videos. That was something that that he took from me because I was doing it. He's better at it, and also he's real consistent. Like Anton has 2 other channels, and I also tell people that people be like, Anton needs his own show, whatever the case may be, and I say, well, Anton has his own platform as well, and he's also here. So I appreciate him being here. If you guys are watching, be sure to check out his after hours and also his AntonDaniels.com channel that he has as well. Great videos. That's how I discovered him, and we built the relationship strictly off social media. And I do appreciate everything that he brings. So, but like he would always tell me, you just got.
And I drove to Chicago to link up with y'all. I'm from Detroit.
Yeah,
and I drove to Chicago to link up with them.
Yeah, like he's from Detroit. He came here to visit us. We ate dinner. That was the first time I met him. So we had actually been doing the show for about 6 or 7. So you don't have to have somebody here. You don't have to have everybody in the same room to have a great show. I think the most important thing, and he always stresses to me, is just making sure that it's a great show and you guys are we giving value and have great content. And then
JR was questioning whether or not we should have prioritized YouTube over streaming on other platforms. We had to push him to be uncomfortable for a second, but he did it.
Yeah. So yeah, hopefully that answered your question, man. Just the main thing is just being consistent, and just start. A lot of people don't start. A lot of people just talk about it and they just never bring that idea or that concept to life. If you look back at the first videos, you can just kind of see the growth. And that's the thing that I like. Even when a lot of people Instagram, I mean, sometimes people shape their Instagrams, but when it comes to video and content, it's not going to always be perfect. But the main thing is just start it, be consistent, and be willing to take risk. And also understanding your audience. Like the Facebook group is majority women. The YouTube channel is majority men. So you got to understand your audience. You got to look at the analytics. You got to see what videos are thriving. Like what do the people want? You can't make it about yourself. You have to look and see what do the people want? What do they desire? Like what are they liking? I didn't think we was going to be talking about relationships. I didn't want a niche. I wanted this show to be, we talk about whatever we want to talk about. Why do we got to have a niche? I mean, that's what everybody says. You got to narrow it down. For what? I don't want to narrow it down. This is the way I want to be able to talk about it. Something can just pop up. Let's talk about it. A lot of our topics do be about relationships with me. Are going to branch off into some other things, but I don't want to be held into this box. I feel like we could be able to talk about whatever we want to talk about.
Hey, somebody asked me what I was reading right now. I don't have a book right in front of me. I actually finished this one. This is ironic. So I finished this one. It's called Winning Arguments. That's one of the recent ones, and now I'm reading this book called I Heard You Paint Houses. And then Clement did a super chat where he was saying, how do I cut through to certain people and change them for the better? You know what it is, to be honest with you, bro? I'm not worried about what other people think about me. Like, I'm not worried about how people perceive me. I don't worry about whether or not it makes sense. I can't believe I'm even about to tell y'all this. So one of my strategies, weirdly enough, is that before I do anything, and every single thing that I do, I'm conversating all day with God. Like, I'm praying that whatever I do actually adds value to people's life. I ask that, you know what I'm saying, for him to just word my mouth in a lot of situations and to give me guidance on not being reserved or not trying to fit into a narrative or please everybody else. So my thing is that I just don't think about certain things. I just act off instinct. And a lot of it is just reflective of how I live my life on a regular basis. I read a lot. I study a lot. I work really hard. I put the time in. Whenever we get off the show, I'll probably head straight to the gym. I pour into people so much and I never ask for anything back. I study. And so the thing about it is that when you practicing, and I always say, I got this from my principal, my high school principal, she was like, success is when opportunity meets preparation. And I'm always prepared. I'm always grinding. And so when the opportunity arrives for me to show out, I don't have to prepare. I don't have to practice about it. I just live and really be in my purpose. So when I see a dude moving a certain type of way, I am what I am, bro. And I'm not for everybody. I'm never going to be the thing that everybody want me to be. I don't know about anybody. I know some of the most positive people on the internet, and I don't know any of them that don't have videos that have dislikes. You know what I'm saying? So you can't worry about what everybody else think about you. You just got to live in your purpose and let the chips fall where they may. So I don't worry about who I cut through. Some people gonna catch it, some people not. But my audience know who I am. They know my voice, and you know, when it's time to perform, I just instinctively got it, I guess. It just comes naturally to me.
Not bad, just responding. What kind of camera do I use? He said, Anton, Savage Red Recovery said, what camera do you use?
What camera do I use?
Yeah.
On my vlog or on this show?
Savage Red Recovery. Anton wants to know on this show right now or on his YouTube channel. I mean, you got to give him a chance to respond. No, it's probably
the sliding purple screensaver. It's just the default that come with the TV. It's that Roku, whatever the Roku TV background is. They all do it the same. Like I got TVs in my living room. They all do it the same. But I'm talking all of the.
So he wants to know both. He wants to know both, like
iPhone
right now.
12, bro. All iPhone 12s. I vlog and I do all of my camera work based on iPhone 12s. And I used to include a GoPro, and I used to have a DSLR that I never used, and so I got rid of all of that, and all I shoot on is iPhones at this point. I don't use nothing but that. JR, you kicked the cord out again, but I guess I'll answer some more questions.
I don't know why the thing keep booting me out.
Yeah. Hey, somebody said their portfolio was up 59. Hey, your portfolio was up today. I got a video coming out tomorrow morning on After Hours that I talk specifically and I break down every single aspect of my portfolio, all of my real estate, all of my stocks, how I've allocated and how aggressive I am with my retirement accounts, my web development company. I do a really deep dive, and the video is actually longer than I expected because most of the videos on After Hours is about 9 or 10 minutes. But I do a deep dive on my portfolio, and it's probably going to be between 20 and 23 minutes. So if y'all want to really get a deep dive into that money talk, and I break it down and I do the percentages on exactly how much my returns are and all of that other type of stuff, it'll be up tomorrow. So.
All right. Oh yeah, you definitely do. I think I remember you. Kalisa or Kalesa, the diva, the jaded green pill.
Hey, she liked me in real life, bro.
I want to
She
shout you
almost
out.
admitted it. I was looking at the chat. She almost admitted it a little bit ago, but she really feeling me in real life, bro.
Hey, Kalisa, Anton said you feeling him.
She know it, and she gonna say, "You almost made me like you." No, come on now. You might as well just come on out. Ain't no need in reserving that. Pride is for fools. Let that pride go. Join the team. We know you love me.
Yeah, Clement, he does do coaching. So just go ahead and reach out to him. Go to AntonDaniels.com.
I just kicked it with him the other day. Clement be on Clubhouse. We be in rooms together. We be joking. I be being reckless and nothing. I don't be caring on there, but I got you, bro. I got your DM. I'ma tap in with you.
She said she like you as a person.
Oh, you see the door opening? You see the door opening, bro?
Yeah, baby steps.
Nah, she just admitting to herself the truth at this point. Hey, you didn't do the I don't care either today, bro.
I did it. Yeah, I was doing
Did
it
you?
too out there.
I don't care.
I don't care.
Yeah, I was doing it. Sometimes it's,
Hey, they love that.
It's a little low. Yeah, I'm about to get him a shirt made. That's how it. What's EJ said?
What
That's
did
how
I
it
do
starts.
after the factory job? Is that what they said?
Oh,
that's from when I did my after hours. After I left the factory, that was around the time of the recession. So I went and got a sales job. The sales job taught me so much. Hey, I should be saving this for after hours. I advise every young person at some point in their career, go get a sales job, like a commission job. It'll teach you how to kick open doors. It'll teach you how to take no's. It'll teach you how to take constructive criticism. It'll teach you that people buy stuff and rock with you because they love you and not necessarily because you got the best product. All of that. Like it was one of the best experiences in my life. I went back to school, got my software engineering degree, and then I started doing web development. I worked at the University of Michigan. I worked at a Fortune 500 company. Then I moved over into a bank, a really large mid-sized bank, worked my way up to vice president of user experience, and then, continued to buy real estate, manage my portfolio, and took off from there.
Janelle has a question. She asks, are there meet and greets in the future for the group? Well, not only for the group, but we plan on setting a tour. States are starting to open back up, so we definitely are going to be putting that together. We are going to have some meet and greets. I know me and Anton kind of hinted about
having we working on it.
Yeah, about having some special. I don't know if it's going to be like quarterly dinners or I don't know, maybe gathering. We're just going to put it into the fact where you guys can come out and speak with us, kick it, drinks, food, whatever. In addition to the tours, or maybe we might just do a tour and then we might just be at an after spot and tell you guys to come tap in. So it's definitely in the talks. We definitely are going to be bringing it. It's definitely something that is a priority.
They don't want to see me in person because it's gonna get even worse. They got the women that act like they don't like me. They're gonna melt in my hands, and the dudes that's being beta, that's subjecting themselves to the narrative of what these women is talking about. They gonna change. We gonna red pill them.
Yeah, these shades are pretty dope. I appreciate it. You want to go to kind of vintage frames? Yeah, vintage frames. Let's go on Instagram. Should pop up. Got a website. Got a lot of dope shades.
JR got a bunch of shades, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? You know why we are the way we are? Because we got our superpowers is in our beards, bro.
Most definitely. They understand that. Bald heads and beards. She said dope.
I don't understand what Mary is saying. Company you made it rich from, was it in Michigan?
Company you made it rich from. Maybe she's asking, like, what made you get to the status that you're at right now?
You're going to have to subscribe to After Hours and my other channel, baby girl, because I give all of the gang. Basically, what it came from is being disciplined, paying myself first, at least 20 to 25% of everything that I've ever made, and then being intentional and doing the work and doing the research. My one superpower that I have, I think, above a lot of other people, is just that I outwork people. I'm really good at being dedicated and overcoming how I feel to, disregard my emotion, to grind as hard as I can. And that's the thing that propelled me to be successful. So it was no one thing or one place. I didn't own restaurants. I didn't did all of that. I take people along that whole journey. It's really just putting in the work and then being intentional on how you're going to move and what you're going to do.
Looking at Lord Lovesmith say JR's low key hitman. Got a lot of bodies, but no one knows.
I got you, AL. I'm gonna tap in with you on LinkedIn, bro. Hey, y'all gotta push JR to start answering more of these comments. I said I'm not gonna be the one on this channel because I got 2 other channels that be going crazy with comments, and I answer every one. So y'all gotta get on JR and push him to be on top of things, bro.
I'm on it. JR's a sniper. Try to be.
Hey, JR low key got like all the chicks after him, bro.
I'll be telling the people that, man.
He got all of the chicks after him. He try to be low key because he be a little bit more quiet, but we pushing him to get out of his shell.
JR, what do you major in? Speech communications. I don't focus on women. I'm focused on my purpose right now. So I try to encourage the guys. I tell them that, man, the women are
JR don't care nothing about no women.
Yeah, the women aren't going nowhere. The women will always be there. I do appreciate when people do reach out to me, but nah, it's a no-go. I'm good. Focusing on my purpose right now. I have no time. I still work a 9 to 5, to be honest. I go to work 5 days a week. I'm not at the level that Anton is when it comes to being able to retire, but I'm on my way. I do have a goal for myself that I do want to retire early, and it's going to be within the next couple of years. The next couple of years, I am going to retire. I am continuing to grow. I'm continuing to learn, and also not work for nobody. So, that's the goal that I'm on right now. And that just kind of the reason why I brought that up is because I don't have no time. I mean, working a 9 to 5, kids, the show. Like the show takes a lot of I put a lot of time into this show. It becomes stressful, but I love it. It's like good stress. Having good stress is something that you can control, and actually seeing like a finished product. I'm one of the people that I like to create. So whatever I create and seeing how it turns out, it just makes me want to come back more. I'm hungry, and I'm also humble at the same time. Like you would never catch me saying, "Oh, this show is doing numbers." It's not enough. I want more. It could be better. Like, I don't like to settle. I don't like to just sit here and just think that we at the top. We ain't ever at the top. And that's just the mindset that I carry with every aspect of my life, including this show. Appreciate you, Mayor. I work 7 to 3. That's cool. JR, do you share more of Anton's belief or be Nick's? I'm me. I agree with some of the things that both of them say. I can't really recall it exactly, but I was raised by my grandfather. So my grandfather was a provider. All he did was work, sleep, and eat. And my grandparents, they are from Mississippi, so my mother would just hold down the house while my grandfather would take care of everything else. My grandfather would have me in the basement at the age of 11 showing me a sub pump. Like, this is what you got to do. It was my auntie, my grandmother in the house, so he would say, man, this is what you got to do. Like, they can never worry. He always told me that if anything happens, you got to be able to figure it out. You know, but whatever you do, don't let them worry. It could be something real big. Like, that's your problem. If anything happens, don't be so quick to call somebody. See if you can figure it out yourself before you call somebody. So these are the things that he instilled in me. And years later, like, I look at myself as being a provider, being able to hold down a house, being able to not panic in situations, being able to navigate. I understand that life is not perfect. So whenever a problem happens, when it comes, it's just a matter of just navigating through it. If you panic, then that panic is going to carry over to your emotions. It's going to break you down. So I just take pride on just trying to be level-headed with whatever situation comes my way. Okay, I see it. It's cool. Now how we going to get through it? You ain't got time to sit there and complain and whine about it. It's like, how I'm going to get through it? People get through shit all the time in life. All the time. So it doesn't make me any different. It doesn't make me handicapped saying that I can't do it as well. People that have problems worse than me, and they made it through it. So whatever problem I have, there's probably plenty of people that experience the same shit. So guess what? I'm going to navigate through it. I'm going to push through it. I ain't going to keep bitching about it.
Yeah. Hey, what up, Sean? Hey, Sean Rucker. I think he an attorney. Hey, Sean, if I'm not mistaken, Sean is one of the dopest dudes that I've seen on Instagram. He's so underrated. I feel like I need to sign him to a 10-day contract before he blow up. And then all of the chicks start liking him, and then he becomes some kind of major Instagram supermodel star or whatever like that.
Yeah, the guy you was telling me about, is he?
I don't know, but I know he dope.
Is he that attorney you was telling me about?
Probably. He an attorney, dude. Like,
you said he was dope. You was bragging about him.
Yeah, he dope, bro.
Yeah.
Like, the dude is super dope. I've been meaning to call him. I've just been so busy, but I'm gonna have to figure out how to finesse him and how to sign him to a lifetime contract like Birdman or something. No, I'm just kidding, bro. But no, he is super dope. Ariel said, can she call?
Yeah, you can call. You got the number? Where's she at? Ariel? Put the number up there so you can call.
Hey, I appreciate that, Mr. Beery.
Don't nobody else call in right now. At least not yet. Ariel.
I'm see, a lot of people think that I'm mean, bro. I'm not mean, man. I am what I am. When I got to deal with a certain situation or talk, then this is what you get. I don't know how to turn down any.
Anton and JR remind me a lot of what my father preaches about manhood. A man with strong family values and unbeatable winning attitude in life. You gotta be.
Appreciate that.
I definitely appreciate it too. If you got women in your household or even your son, you can't panic. You Can't panic.
I don't know, dog. I can't change, bro. I am what I am. I mean, I change hopefully for the better, but I'm not going to tone down how I moved in order to make other people comfortable. They'll adjust. That's the key. You just got to be you and let everybody else
Sometimes
adjust
you say,
around you.
Anton, you a butthole.
She don't believe that. I want you to come out when we start touring so she can melt in my hands, because we know they ain't like that in real life. It ain't a woman that's ever said that to me in real life to my face, and I'm even more what I am in real life than I am online. So y'all really love me. I thought she was calling in. What happened to Ariel?
I don't know. I put the number up there for. What's that for again?
You know what it is? Who was the chick that said that I'm butthole? What was her name? Was it Tanya? I just think that she used to dealing with weak men. And so when she finally run into a man that's unwilling to subject or submit himself to her will, she got to move a certain type of way, and she lash out instead of making the adjustments. Don't worry about it, baby girl. Listen, I want you to tap in with me. Hit me up on Instagram. I got some coaching for you to do. I'm gonna make you fine, fit, and feminine, and you're gonna live in your best life right after that. I got you. Tap in with me.
I think she might be calling in.
Type of way, and she lash out.
Who this?
This
is Tanya G.
Oh yeah, I'm glad that you on. Hit me up on Instagram.
Yeah, can you turn down the YouTube?
I'm gonna make you fine, fit, and feminine.
Just did it.
All right. Who is this?
I got you.
This is Tanya G.
Tanya G. Oh, you turn it down?
The one that just had the smoke for me, JR.
Yeah, I know.
I turned it on. I turned it off.
Okay. All right, go ahead. How you doing? Where you calling from?
Yeah, I'm calling from Houston, Texas.
Texas. You guys about to ready to come off a lockdown?
Via Detroit, Michigan. I'm from Detroit, Michigan.
You down there in Texas? I'm about to come off a lockdown.
You from the east side? You from the east side of Detroit? Would you turn her down, JR?
No, I didn't turn it down. I still hit it in the background.
Are you from the east side?
You do? It's off.
Are you from the east side of Detroit?
Yes, I am.
I know. I could tell right away. Go ahead. Let her talk. Tell her story. It's your time.
Can you hear
I
Anton?
can't really hear you. Not really. And he needs to keep his mouth shut. That's a good position for him to be in.
All right, go ahead. You got some words for Anton?
Just pretty much, I wanted to let him know he makes a lot of assumptions about women as though he knows as well. And he really needs to research women before he makes these generalized assumptions. And that's pretty much all I have for Anton for now. But I will say this. I have had an opportunity to listen to Kevin Samuel. And although I don't necessarily agree with everything Kevin Samuel says, he does make some valid points. So I do want to give Anton those credits, but that's all I have for him. I just noticed how disrespectful he is to be Nick sometimes. I don't like that, but that's who he is. So
ask her this, JR. Ask her
keep saying
ask her why she don't ask her why she don't defend me, or do she recognize when people be disrespectful to me, but then I just take it on the chin and I don't complain about it.
Hold on, man. So I'm gonna try to see if I can get on the show. I was thinking you should come on the show right now. You want to come on? Video?
I wish I could, but I'm working on some papers right now for grad school. And I'm only taking a break because I hardly ever catch you guys live.
Well, you can just come on for 5 minutes. I'm gonna send you the link. You can come on for 5 minutes.
I can't. I honestly can't because I have a paper due like literally in an hour and a half. I just came on here to make those statements, and I'm
all right. Look. Hey, JR.
But I will come back. Just give me a day. I will come back.
No, JR. Send her the link.
I have words for Anton. Sure.
Send her the link and just tell her to keep off her video if she don't want to be on video, so we can have this conversation in real time.
You heard what he said? Did you hear what he said?
I'm sorry.
Okay, so
No, I did not, because he said so
okay,
much stuff.
like if
is
you don't want
trash.
to, if you don't want to be on video, what I could do is I can send you the link. You can just turn the video off.
That way we can have that
No, it's
conversation
not
real
about
time.
whether or not I want to be on video.
Okay.
I seriously do have some things I need to do. I'm grinding like he's grinding, or he used to grind. Let's say it that way.
Hey, they just be talking. They just be talking, bro.
Yeah.
Really?
All right, we appreciate you calling in.
Hold on. Before we get off, let me just
All
say
right
this,
then,
bro.
and y'all.
Or before she get off. Well, you can let her
Enjoy
go
the
because
show,
she can't hear
too.
me anyway.
So much for your content.
All right, we appreciate you and thank you.
And tell Anton he got that same hand wave back.
She said you got that same hand wave. He heard you.
All right then. Bye bye.
All right.
Hey, JR, I'm gonna tell you the truth, bro. They don't want to talk to me in real time, bro. You already know how that's gonna go. Because then I'm gonna start, cause see, the beauty of it is that y'all know everything about me. Like my whole life is online. I have no secrets, none of that. But you know, when they gotta participate, then that mean that they gotta be subjected to my questions too, and we're gonna start digging into that. We're gonna start, because like for example, what she said was, Anton, you need to research women. Well, exactly how much more research do you want me to do? You want me to research marriage rates? You want me to, because you know, JR, that I really be talking to people in real time on a regular basis, but the results are what they are. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna just leave it at that because she's not here to defend herself right now. But I'm gonna just tell you, gird up, put on your armor, get all your shield together. Because when you kick it with me in real time, it's a whole nother different dynamic. So we'll see. She said she want to participate. We gonna see. Hey,
Yeah.
keep her in mind because we're gonna get her on, and then we're gonna have a real conversation. We're gonna change that whole dynamic.
Yeah, if you're definitely interested, reach out. Don't be afraid. We don't bite. May nibble a little bit, but we don't bite.
We know that she ain't got no paper due in an hour.
You guys got any more questions? Anybody want to call in? Last call.
They don't want that smoke. Hey, and we appreciate y'all. Like, we really do rock with y'all. I know we talk a lot of junk and all of that, but we really absolutely do rock with y'all, and we love y'all. Y'all, it ain't even worth doing this if it ain't for y'all. So we love y'all. Just want to let y'all know that.
Yeah. I don't like nobody calling in, so we gonna.
I got you,
Hold
Ariel.
on.
Let me see what she talking about. What's up? Hey, Ariel, tap in with me on my Instagram. My phone number is on the is on my page. So if you hit that, it'll just hit me straight up. So if anybody need anything and y'all need any insight, coaching, y'all just want to tap in, hit me up. My phone number is on Instagram. Hey, what's her screen name on there? Never mind. I got it. I got it.
All right, y'all. It's been a pleasure. Lapeef, Let's Talk, and also After Hours. Please like, share, and subscribe. Also set notifications. We go live every Thursday at 7:30. So make sure y'all set the reminder. Share it to somebody. And again, we wouldn't be here if it weren't for you guys. We out.
I don't care.
What?